Hey everyone, welcome back to Gracie May's Tarot. I just woke up and my throat's a little bit sore, so once I've had my coffee, I think it'll get better. But you can select your group for this reading either based upon the symbol that you're most drawn to in the thumbnail, and there will be a timestamp so you can look at the pictures in the actual video. So if you prefer it that way, go ahead now to the description box and look for that timestamp. It'll say like silent intro with symbols or something like that. But for those of you who prefer to choose based upon like an oracle card or with me talking, here we are. We have 3 groups to choose from today, and this is the November love prediction. So here we have pile 1. This is the Spirit Cat Oracle. We have pile 2, and we have pile 3. So take a moment, pause the video if you need to, meditate on the groups. All timestamps are listed below in the description box, and don't worry if you end up choosing your group based upon the symbol, because I'll still end up reading the Spirit Cat Oracle message to you, so you won't miss out on that part of the reading. I am doing a different format today, so you'll notice that when you go to the description box. So I'm breaking down each pile by your particular situation. So when you go down to the description box and you see pile 1, underneath pile 1 there will be 4 sections, and it'll be the same for each group, and you pick your section based upon your particular situation. And if you feel like drawn to more than one, like if you're like, my situation's kind of complicated, like maybe I'm about to be single but I'm not quite yet, you can pick more than one. That's totally fine. But the sections are going to be single, in a situationship or dating, like kind of like the It's Complicated group. The third one will be in a relationship but unhappy, things are not going well. And then the fourth section will be happy or at least content in a committed relationship. So I hope that kind of addresses everyone's particular situation, and that way the reading can be more concise and more applicable to your situation. It's a general reading, so there's only so much I can do, but I'm hoping this new format will be helpful for everyone. And definitely let me know in the comments, if you watch the September prediction, do you prefer this format or do you prefer the way that I'm doing it for the love prediction in November? But yeah, as always, take care everyone, and let's get into it. Hi pile 1, so this is for all the singles, your November love prediction for 2022. We're going to read your Spirit Cat Oracle message at the end. We're doing a little bit of a mix today. We've got half pre-pulled cards, and then we have other oracle cards that we're going to shuffle on camera. So for you all, we have the King of Pentacles, we have the 2 of Pentacles, the 5 of Cups, and the 6 of Swords. And then we have karmic relationship, patience, red flags, and unrequited love. Now you may see these oracle cards and be like, oh my gosh, no, I don't want a karmic relationship, I don't want unrequited love, I don't want red flags. Don't worry. I feel like for the majority of you, this 5 of Cups has already happened. And I say that because we have the 6 of Swords next to it. I feel like this disappointment in love, this grief, this loss, this heartache, I feel like all of that has been past energy for you, because the Six of Swords talks about someone coming to assist you. This is someone actually helping you and moving you in a better direction. Now, for some of you, this could be a person coming into your life that helps you out, or it could be assistance from spirit, but someone is getting you out of this situation. So I feel like the karmic relationship has already happened, and I feel like Spirit is wanting you to be patient for this Six of Swords moment to happen, because I feel like some of you may be in this energy where you kind of feel like, when am I going to meet the one? When am I going to stop being in these like situationships? You know, when am I going to stop being single and having my heart broken and just being disappointed? And, you know, a lot of it too, even if you've been single for a really long time, Spirit is saying like that was protection, you know, like rejection is protection kind of thing. Like those people weren't ever going to give you what you need and what you deserve. So, you know, for some of you, you may have just come out, you know, of a bad situation. For some of you, you've been single for a long time and this heartbreak is in the past, but maybe, you know, you just haven't been able to process it or let it go, or even like you feel like you've done your healing, but you're just waiting for your person kind of thing. But I do feel like there is movement in a positive direction in the month of November. And this Two of Pentacles makes me think you're gonna have choices. And Spirit is kind of cautioning you to be patient. Don't rush into the first love offer that you're given, because you don't want to repeat, you know, the Five of Cups. And that could just be a message for some of you. But Spirit, I think overall is saying, wait for this moment, wait for the right person to come in, and trust that it is going to happen in divine timing. And just kind of trust that, you know, love is not going to pass you by. Everything is in divine timing. Letting go of desperation is important right now. You don't want to rush, even if the perfect person for you, your soulmate, your true love, even if they came in at the wrong time, that could, you know, create a false start in the connection if they weren't ready. It could also end up being that, you know, you rush them and pressure them and scare them off. You know, you want things to happen organically. And, you know, you also don't want to rush yourself and then get into a relationship too quickly or into a higher level of commitment too quickly, and you freak yourself out, you know? So I definitely think patience is important. Now, this King of Pentacles, for some of you, you are the King of Pentacles watching this reading. So if you are a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, if you identify with divine masculine energy, then this could be, you know, talking about you and, you know, connecting to that grounded side of you, taking your time. You know, earth energy is the slowest moving energy. For others of you, this could be a love interest that's coming in, someone who is a divine masculine, someone who is grounded, practical, responsible, someone who loves the outdoors, someone who's very fun-loving. You know, King of Pentacles always gives like a warm, cozy vibe. Absolutely. This could also be someone who is a vegetarian, someone who really cares about animals, someone who, again, loves the outdoors. Maybe they have a lot of hobbies that are related to the outdoors. They like being out in nature. Definitely, I think a King of Pentacles is someone who is organized, someone who cares about health and fitness. Yeah. I think that's it for the King of Pentacles. So if that sounds like you, that's you. If it doesn't sound like you at all, that could be a love interest that is coming in with, you know, with that Six of Swords energy to help you out. Let's get into the rest of your oracle cards here. So pile 1 singles, November 2022, what can you expect? Also, if my voice sounds hoarse, that's normal for me when I wake up until I've had my coffee, so don't mind me. Alright, pile 1 singles, November 2022, please, Spirit. Pile 1 singles. Also, if you like this format, let me know. Let me know in the comment section. Pile 1 singles. I'm actually going to put this here because I want to get one more card here. Pile 1 singles. I love this. I love this so much for you. So this past life relationship, you've known each other before. This could be that you've cleared out this karmic energy, right? And that has prepared you for your soulmate connection, your spiritual connection, your divine counterpart. You know, whatever terminology you feel comfortable with, that would be what you're attracting, someone that you've shared past life relationships with. And this makes a lot of sense to me, because if you have patience and red flags, this is saying when you meet this person, you're going to feel like you've known them before. It's going to be like deja vu. And that intensity of a spiritual connection, especially if you've never experienced it before, can be overwhelming. And so Spirit is cautioning you not to rush. You know, slow down. Let it unfold naturally. Don't put so much pressure on it, and don't cling to it like, you know, oh, this person's so amazing, I don't want to lose them. Don't self-sabotage. And with this, give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. Again, like it's cautioning you here. I don't feel like this is you taking back an ex at all. This is cautioning you here. When this new person comes in, give it a chance. You know, they may be different from your usual type, or it could be that, especially if you've been single for a while and you value your independence and your space, that level of emotional intensity and how overwhelming it's going to feel may cause you to pull back too much and run away. So it's about keeping everything in balance with the Two of Pentacles. Like, don't rush it, but also don't avoid it, you know? So have that harmony. With retreat, it's time to disconnect from the world. That feels like that Six of Swords, like this person pulling you away, you guys getting to know each other, getting that one-on-one time. Your bottom of the deck is wedding, so this person could be the one, you know, this King of Pentacles, if that's not you, could be the one. So I definitely like the energy here. I just think that because it's such a massive change from what you've been experiencing, the emotions are going to be a lot to process, Pile 1. So Pile 1 singles, November 2022, please, Spirit. Oh, yes. I love that we have this confirmation. This person is going to help you heal your heart. And that's not to say you haven't been doing your healing already, but there's only so far we can go on our own, right? There's only so far we can get by ourselves, because we are meant to learn from other people. This person's a mystery, okay? You may not know this person. Well, actually, it kind of sounds like to me you definitely don't know them yet. So yes, I feel like this person's going to help you in those final stages of mending your heart. And the dynamic there, right? Like, you learn something from them, they learn something from you. That's a soul connection, right? And, you know, I feel like with the mystery card here too, it's saying, you know, don't rush to find out every little thing about this person. Like, enjoy the mystery. Enjoy those butterflies in your stomach, getting to know each other, you know, the intrigue, you know, of not knowing everything about them. Enjoy that. Enjoy the beginning stages of the connection. And with healing here, it tells you about the dynamic, right? Like, it's going to feel very soul-soothing. It's going to feel cozy. It's going to feel warm. It's going to feel comfortable, which is nice. This person isn't going to give you anxiety. And I love this because I feel like Spirit is saying, like, this is your reward, essentially. Like, for learning how to respect yourself, that may have been the karmic lesson. For learning how to respect yourself in relationships, that light that's shining down and the path is illuminated, like, okay, now I'm on the right path to true love, you know? It feels like, you know, this is your reward for all of that healing work that you did. Everything coming together for you, which is beautiful. And I think also this person's really going to feel like coming home. I feel like there's a real energy here of like home and coziness. And then with the fairies and the stars and the moon, I definitely feel like there's going to be a lot of signs and synchronicities and confirmations given to you even after you meet this person. Like, yes, this person is the one. Also, I should say, like, it doesn't necessarily mean, like, if you are resonating with that King of Pentacles being a love interest, they don't have to have their sun sign in Taurus or Virgo or Capricorn. It could just be that you perceive them in an earth sign energy, or maybe that's their rising or their Venus or their Mars, okay? Or even their moon sign. All right, pile 1, singles. What do we need to know? November 2022. Oh, I love this. Not all endings are sad. Stay hopeful because you will have your happy ending. Your manifestation is coming much sooner than you think. Joy. Some of you are in that in-between stage. Like, some of you are breaking up with someone in November, and as, like, when that ends, okay, the soulmate or divine counterpart that you were trying to manifest, your true love, your future spouse, they're coming in. So some of you are in, you know, like an in-between group here. But with joy, you know, some of you are still mourning an ending that happened a long time ago. So I think regardless here, this is a great message to have in your reading. Sorry, I'm like dropping cards all over the place. I definitely feel there's a lot of unexpected things happening for you in November, because when I was shuffling your tarot, I didn't have that happen at all yesterday. Like, I used the Pulp Girls Tarot yesterday just fine. When I was shuffling for your group today, the cards were everywhere. They were falling all over the floor. Like, the deck was so erratic. And, you know, when the deck behaves that way, typically there's a lot Spirit doesn't want you to know yet. There is a lot of heavy energy around, in the sense of maybe your higher self has something to say. Your spirit guides have something to say. Your future love connections higher self has something to say. Like, there's a lot of like hands in the kitchen, like there's a lot of hands in the pie, and that tells me you have a lot of spiritual support trying to put you in, you know, the right path here, which is beautiful. So you are very divinely protected, pile 1. Pile 1. Let's get one more card for you from this deck here. Oh, I love this. Kiss of love. Your lover's soul met your soul through a kiss. He is yours forever. Don't worry, his soul will find his way back to you. He still feels you. This is definitely talking about a past life connection. So your soulmate, your divine counterpart, will find their way back to you. Also, always ignore the gender with this deck. You know, if you're a man watching this, don't sweat it. If you're a man wanting to attract a woman, or if you're a woman watching this wanting to attract a woman, ignore the fact that it says he on that card. Okay. So let's get into your next deck here. I mean, it definitely feels like November is going to be a good month. It may start off rocky if you are ending a karmic relationship, but I definitely, oh, truth. Yeah, if some of you are ending a karmic relationship in November, it's because the truth has to come out. You know, there may be a confession, or you may have been holding back and not wanting to say, like, I'm done with this, for whatever reason, but the truth is coming to the light in the month of November. I think also, though, you're attracting someone who's going to be trustworthy and honest and faithful, and, I mean, that's the bedrock of a relationship, right? Like, you gotta have that, so... Okay, some of you could be in a third-party connection. I think that is specifically for those of you who are in a karmic relationship. You know, maybe the new love connection comes in before you've actually ended this, and that's when you're like, okay, I've got to tell the truth, and I've got to end this. For others of you, you're in a karmic connection, and you find out they've been cheating on you in November, and so you end it, and that's when that divine counterpart, soulmate, future spouse comes in. So either way, this could also, you know, be talking about the past. You know, you've been cheated on a lot, and, you know, if that's the case, my heart goes out to you, and, you know, it had nothing to do with you. You know, it had everything to do with that person and their maturity, and nothing to do with you. Pile 1. Pile 1 singles. I think I want to get maybe 2 more cards for you all. If this continues to take a while, I'll just cut out the shuffling. wants to fall to the floor. Oh my gosh. We have healing, difficult self-truths, acknowledgement, and inner work. I feel like you're gonna start healing through your connections. Like you're kind of already done the inner work on your own, and now you're meant to learn through connections. We have anxiety, stress, worry, and overthinking. Yeah, I mean, it kind of feels like you have a lot going on in November. And, you know, even when something positive happens, when you're not used to it, it can provoke anxiety because you're afraid of losing it. So I feel like that's the energy for you in November to be mindful of is that when good things do happen, appreciate it, you know, and be patient as it unfolds, and don't try to force things. And if it's anxiety over this karmic connection ending, it had to end, you know, and it may end in a more messier way than you were hoping, but ultimately it was for your highest good and it had to happen, you know. All right, let's look at your Spirit Cat Oracle message and then we will be done. So it says flow. Meet Zephyr. She is flexible, flowing, and gentle like a light wind. She intuitively responds to the rhythms of the world around her. When a door opens, she just walks through, easy as a breeze. When the door closes, she circles, eddies, and finds a window to slip through. She finds a window to slip silently through. She blooms with the spring and knows how to let go with the fall. She is change and she welcomes change. Her strength comes not through resistance, but through perfect flow, like a river sculpting the rocks, finding and making the space to keep moving. There's a lot of messages in here for you. So it could be that a karmic connection is ending in November, if that's the fall season for you all. And then by the time spring comes, you're in a committed relationship with that King of Pentacles, or just with, you know, your divine counterpart, your future spouse. It's also saying here, going with the flow. So when one door closes, that karmic connection, when that door closes, let it close. When the new door opens to new love, let it open. Okay, welcome change. Don't resist. Flow like water. Okay, so pile 1 singles, this was your reading. Again, if you feel called to watch a different section as well, feel free to do that. If you like this format, let me know in the comments section. Please consider liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing, hitting the notification bell so you always know when I upload. The easiest way to support the channel is to simply watch the ads. I'm wishing you all the very best in the month of November. Be gentle with yourself, pile 1, and remember you deserve the best. And I will see you all in my next one. Hi Pile 1, so if you've been dating or in a situationship, this is your reading for the month of November. We have the 4 of Wands, we have the Empress, we have the 10 of Swords, we have the Sun, we have the 6 of Wands, we have the card of Children, and the card of Chemistry. We're going to get more cards, we're going to shuffle on camera for the rest of your reading, but this is to start us off. Wow, it feels like you're glowing in November, like you're sparkling. And it feels well deserved. Like if you look at the cards, the way they've laid out here, in the heart of your reading, this 10 of Swords, this tells me that you've been through a really difficult time, you know, like all of these swords building up, whether it was your own fears, your own self-limiting beliefs, whether it was betrayal, heartbreak from other people, just piling up, loss after loss. If you hear in the background, my cat Gracie has the zoomies, so if you hear odd noises, that's what it is. But yeah, it's like very much the energy of your reading is that it's darkest before the dawn. Like before November, you were just feeling down and out to the point of just apathy, like when is this gonna change? I don't even care anymore. I'm just done, I'm just over it. And then the sun is coming up. And then you have all of these positive cards. The Empress, the Four of Wands, and the Six of Wands are all such good energy. So it feels like the light's coming back in after a difficult period. And if you've been dating around a lot and just meeting duds, essentially, like people where you have no chemistry, no compatibility with, or, you know, they don't want what you want, you're picking a winner. Like it feels like, you know, out of all of these disappointments, you're picking a winner. You know, like you're having your victory, you're having your success. And, you know, you're picking someone that you could potentially get married to. I think also, though, with this Four of Wands, you're going to be socializing more, getting out more, talking to people more, spending more time, having fun. And even, too, like, you know, with you meeting this person in November, this could tell me that you guys are going to have a lot of fun on a lot of dates. You know, you're going to be getting out more, exploring more, having adventures. And with this Empress card, this could be your energy or the energy of the person that you're attracting. But this is divine feminine energy. This is the mother. This is fertility. This is creativity. And so you could be having a connection with someone that you could see like a long-term future with. You know, the Four of Wands can talk about marriage. The Empress can talk about motherhood and family. So you could be meeting someone that you could see yourself having children with. This could also signify, though, if the sparks are flying in the month of November and you are someone who can get pregnant, or even, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. If you're dating someone who can get pregnant, there could be an unexpected pregnancy, so like just be mindful of that, you know, if that's not what you're looking for. Just had to throw that out there, given the fact that we have the Empress and children and chemistry. This could also be signifying that this is someone that you knew in childhood, or there's just a really playful energy here. With the Empress, children, and chemistry, this is someone that you can feel safe to be soft with, to be flirtatious with, to be playful with, and you don't have to have your guard up, you know, like you feel safe in this connection to just let loose, essentially, which is nice. But yeah, like everything feels very optimistic. You know, the sun will illuminate your entire reading. So everything feels happy, lighthearted, fun, playful, flirtatious. Yeah, like you're in like your best sort of energy here, you know, like you're feeling victorious, you're feeling confident, you're feeling attractive, because the Empress is a receptive energy. So like you're attracting this good energy into your life. You know, again, regardless of your gender. And it says, there is mutual attraction between you and another person. Sexual attraction and passion are very strong. Both of you are attracted to each other like magnets. So, yeah, like that's a huge difference from the Ten of Swords, right? And also just the innocence of this. Like everything feels very lighthearted, but very truthful. You know, like you can trust this person. Okay, let's get into the rest of your oracle cards. So pile 1, dating or in a situationship, month of November, what can you expect, pile 1? Oh wow, we have influence here. I want to get the rest of your cards before we start. Oh, surprise, surprise, we have passion. All the cards want to fall into the fall to the floor today. Okay, we have influence, passion, and we have healing. Now this influence card, like I could see how that may seem negative, like, oh, someone's trying to whisper in your ear and, you know, negatively influence you. But the way it's coming out in this reading with the double threes kind of seems like to me like people are going to be noticing this connection. People are going to be curious about it, maybe gossiping a little bit, like, oh, did you see so and so are together now kind of thing, especially if you post on social media. People could be talking. This is also showing that this is the kind of relationship where when you guys walk into a room as a couple, all eyes like turn to you, like you guys just have this strong chemistry between you two that it attracts a lot of attention, you know, like people notice it a lot, because like the sparks are flying, like it's very obvious to everyone in the room, like you two are attracted to each other. I also think with influence, this person is a positive influence on you, you know, like they're whispering in your ear, like you can't get them out of your mind, you know, like they are living in your head rent-free, like, you know, you're just very attracted to them. And I also feel like a positive influence with healing here, like they're gonna help you get past that Ten of Swords energy. And the passion, yeah, the physical attraction is off the charts here. So physical intimacy in the month of November is literally in the cards for you, pile 1. Okay, let's get some more information about this. Man, she still has the zoomies. I've been playing with her all morning and she's just hyper. I might have to pause the reading if she doesn't stop. Okay, pile 1. What do we need to know for the month of November? Creativity. Okay, that's Empress energy all day long. So again, like if you don't want an unexpected pregnancy, just take care. But also with creativity, it tells me that you're gonna have a lot of fun dates where you can tell that they've put in the effort, or maybe you're gonna be planning the dates and putting in the effort and coming up with creative, like fun things to do together. You know, it's not just like, okay, let's get dinner and see a movie, let's get dinner and see a movie. You know, like there's more creativity, more effort put in than that. I think also this person's just gonna help you see the door to new possibilities, and with the rainbow over the door, like you could see a long-term future with this person because it's making me think of the Ten of Cups. So you could definitely see a future with this person. The wheel and the sun, like how bright is the sun? It feels like good luck is favoring you. Like you're gonna feel very lucky in the month of November because it's making me think of the Wheel of Fortune and the sun again. So yeah, I think you're gonna feel very lucky to have found a person like this. All right, pile 1, November 2022, dating or in a situationship. And if you're drawn to more than one like subgroup, feel free to watch more than one group. Wow, maturity. Mature love is not letting love consume you, but rather gracefully accepting the dangers, the beauty, and the power of love. She feels like the Empress again, like you are in your power in the month of November, and you are attracting only people who are of your highest good. Like a mature connection. Like no more red flags, like goodbye. Yes. Shaky ground. If you doubt yourself, the foundation may be unstable or questionable and likely to break down. It's time to evaluate the relationship. That feels like the Ten of Swords to me, like on shaky ground. Like this to me feels like what you're leaving behind and what you're healing from. You know, like we're letting that go. We're moving into a mature connection where we can build a stable foundation. And I think that could also be, oh yeah, we have waiting. While you're waiting, ask yourself if they're really worth your time and risking missing out on other amazing people. And then your bottom of the deck is Angel with Love. Trust that your love life is being divinely guided and protected. Your angels know exactly how much information you can handle right now. Okay. So some of you are being called out a little bit, and that's okay. If you have been holding out for somebody that you know is not hitting on 2 cents, is never going to change, you guys may be coming from the November general prediction, because that was a message for one of the groups. Like, are you waiting for someone who you know is never going to change? Like, you got to ask yourself if that's worth risking out on the amazing love connection that we've just been describing. Like, do you really want to sit around waiting for that person who's never gonna change? Like in the general prediction, I was like shown the movie A Cinderella Story with Hilary Duff, where she's like, waiting for you is like waiting for rain in this drought, useless and disappointing. Do you want that to be your future? No. It doesn't matter that they get together in the end. We're not talking about that. So yes, I feel like your love life is divinely guided in the month of November. And for those of you who are clinging to what is causing that Ten of Swords, it's time to let it go. It's time to let that person go. Let the idea of that person go, because that's probably what you're clinging to more than the actual person, is that potential that you thought you saw. Okay, do I want to get... Yeah, okay, we'll get these cards next. All right, so pile 1. Sometimes with these cards, they take a while to shuffle, so I might end up cutting it out if it does take a while. Pile 1, dating or in a situationship. November, their love life, please, Spirit. We have regret, sadness, past actions, and karma. I think you're gonna regret like the wasted time. And, you know, just understand that those lessons were lessons you had to go through, you know, and don't waste your present moment in regret, you know, like you're not going to get that time back. So you just kind of got to let it go and make your peace with it. We have spring, March, April, and May. With this spring card, it's making me think that the connection that will start in November, if you're able to let the other person go, it will last through the spring. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're worried, like, is this going to be a short-term fling? It could definitely last through the spring. And remember, you have free will, and so does this person. So the future is always, like, changing a little bit, right? Like, this is just from this point in time right now, what can we predict? It looks like it will last through the spring. And this could also be someone that you start dating casually or talking to, and then maybe by springtime you're in a full-on committed connection. So just take what resonates. Although with the sparks flying like this, I think this is more so saying it's gonna last through the spring, which is good. So you have all that passion, but it also has some longevity to it. We have clarity, clear thinking, and meditate. Yeah, like if you need to connect to that divine guidance, then definitely do so. We also have the spying card, keeping tabs and searching online. So it could be that you or this person is, you know, looking you up online, or you meet through social media. That could be how you receive the initial message from them, or you meet them on a dating app. That could also be a thing. They could also be a public figure. I guess I should throw that out there. I want to get one more card. There we go. Summer! Oh my gosh, I love this. Like, Spirit is saying it can last through the spring. It can last through the summer. Like, it doesn't have to be a really hot and heavy flash in the pan romance. Like, this does have longevity to it. I'd love to see that. Okay. Let's see, we have one more deck to get through, and then we'll look at your spirit cat message. Everything just looks like it's improving, honestly, in the month of November, as long as you allow it to, you know, and you don't cling to the past. We have retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Yeah, you're gonna be getting some nice alone time with this person, getting to know each other. Honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Sorry, I had to sneeze. So you could be spending the holidays with this person as well. This could also signify like taking like a weekend trip, a weekend getaway kind of thing. You're definitely going to be going on some really cool dates together. We have religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So this could be talking about, you know, your spirit guides really guiding this connection, bringing you two together. This could talk about the fact that, you know, maybe they're of a different religious or spiritual background than you are, which is okay. It just might be something that you guys need to talk about and work through. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Yeah, like you can feel safe to express how you feel to this person. You don't have to hold it back. Like you can be open about, you know, the chemistry that you're feeling and the attraction that you're feeling, because it is mutual. Okay, so let's end with your Spirit Cat Oracle message. I get to read this 4 times today. So it says, flow. Meet Zephyr. She is flexible, flowing, and gentle like a light wind. She intuitively responds to the rhythms of the world around her. When a door opens, she just walks through, easy as a breeze. When the door closes, she circles, eddies, and finds a window to slip through silently. She blooms with the spring and knows how to let go with the fall. She is change and she welcomes change. Her strength comes not through resistance, but through perfect flow, like a river sculpting the rocks, finding and making the space to keep moving. Flow like water, go with the flow. And that's very much the Empress energy, you know, just being in the present moment, being open to love, ready to receive, you know, all the blessings from your spirit guides, you know, just letting things flow. What needs to leave your life, let it go. What needs to come in, let it come in, you know, just be open. All right, so pile 1, this was your reading. If you like this format, please let me know in the comments, especially if you watch the September prediction and you have a preference, let me know, and that will influence, you know, how I end up filming the love prediction for December. But anyway, please consider liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing, hitting the notification bell so you always know when I upload. The easiest way to support the channel is to watch the ads. I know they can be annoying, so I want to say a huge thank you to everyone who's been supporting the channel thus far, and I will see you all in my next one. Take care, pile 2, wishing you the very best in love. Hi pile 1, so if you're unhappy in your current partnership and you're wondering what your love life will be like in the month of November, you are in the right place. This looks very, very positive. I'm gonna have to see as we get into the rest of your oracle cards what this is gonna look like exactly, but we have the Lovers, we have the Three of Wands, we have the Nine of Cups, and we have the Queen of Pentacles. We also have Message. You are going to receive a message from someone special. This card also says that clear communication is needed. Check your message folders. And we have faith that the right people and situations will come to you. This card is a confirmation that you made the right decision about someone or something. You are on the right path. Now, as a tarot reading, we're meant to give guidance, right? From your spirit guides, from the universe, your higher self, so on and so on. Not meant to tell you what to do. So, the way this is laying out, if you have been contemplating a decision and you've been trying to decide, should I leave this partnership or should I stay? And I assume if you're unhappy in your partnership, that's the choice that you have been faced with. There may be, like if you've been struggling and you're at an indecision, the path that is in alignment with your heart, that is the path that you should take. But you may be receiving some sort of communication in the month of November that's going to help you make that final decision. Because with the Three of Wands here, you are past the point of contemplation, right? Because pile 2, like you're planning, I'm not pile 2, the Two of Wands, you are, you know, planning, thinking about it. With the Three of Wands, like you have a plan already. So I think that some of you have an idea of what you want to do and you know the path you want to take. You just haven't quite acted upon it yet. But with the Three of Wands, it kind of seems like to me that for the majority of you, you're likely going to be leaving that connection. Because you're sort of saying like, I'm not going to continue to settle for less, and I'm going to have faith that I can meet my soulmate. I can meet someone who can fulfill my wishes. And, you know, I think for many of you, you feel like you are this Queen of Pentacles, or you're seeking someone who has the qualities of the Queen of Pentacles. So, you know, if you identify with the King of Pentacles energy, you're looking for your perfect match, right? Or if you identify as a Queen of Pentacles, you're like, I deserve better, because this is a very empowered energy. The Queen of Pentacles, you know, she's a divine feminine, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. She's someone who has grown her own garden, right? Like she knows who she is. She's sitting on her throne. She's admiring all the successes that she's had in her life. And she's waiting for a partner to share her abundance with the bunny here. So like you're just waiting for someone who's on your level. And Spirit is saying have faith that the right person will come in for you. But you have to take that leap of faith, like the Fool card, right? Like you have to eventually jump off this cliff that you're thinking about. So, I'm not saying to leave your current partnership. This could be saying that, with proper communication and, faith that things will get better, things can improve. It can be read either way. And for many of you, it's going to be different because it's a general reading. We'll see as we get more into the oracle cards, if we can get a more definitive kind of answer. But I think ultimately you got to follow your divine guidance on this. Like what is your heart telling you to do? Because the Lovers can also talk about making a decision. So I never want to tell you guys what to do. I do counseling, as my job, and it's the same thing in a therapy session. Like you guide people towards the right decision. You give them, not the right decision, but the right decision for them. You guide them, you provide them tools, you help them sort through their own emotions and process things, but you never act as an authority and tell them you should do this, and it's the same thing in a tarot reading. All right, so pile 1, unhappy in your current partnership, November. What can you expect in your love life? What do you need to know, please, Spirit? Fear. It could be fear that's keeping you in this partnership. You're worried, like, am I going to find someone else? There could be extenuating circumstances, like maybe you live with this person and so your finances are intermingled together, and you're worried, like, am I going to be able to afford to live on my own? Or, like maybe you share a car with this person, that kind of thing. Like people act like it's so easy to leave a relationship, but if your finances are involved or there's children involved, it becomes more complicated. It's not as easy as walking away. So I think Spirit is recognizing that. Commitment. Ah, man. Okay, let's see. Let's get one more card here and like get a more clear picture here. And we have gifts. Okay. For many of you, the way, and your bottom of the deck is balance, which makes me think of the Lovers card. For many of you, you could be dealing with someone who is afraid of commitment. And you're waiting for them to offer, like a proposal, offer that higher level of commitment that you're wanting. And, if you feel like that's never gonna come, then you would be recommended, like, maybe you should consider walking away because you do deserve the commitment that you're wanting. But if you feel like you've just been waiting and waiting and waiting and you've been more than reasonable, that would be maybe a sign that maybe you should walk away. Also, this could be saying that if you've been in a connection that that you want to leave, you're just kind of planning how you're actually going to be able to do it. Maybe some fear has been holding you back. Spirit could be saying, like, once you leave, or it could be that to push you to leave, Spirit offers you a blessing of the right person who would be willing to offer you commitment. And it could be your divine counterpart, your soulmate. Your future spouse could come in to try to push you out of this unhappy connection. So take what resonates, right? You've all got different situations. Okay, I'm going to do this deck next. I don't know if I've been following the same order. I don't think I have. That's all right. All right, so pile 1, if you're unhappy in your current partnership, what do we need to know? My cat, Gracie, is so antsy today. Oh my gosh. She's been very frisky, very playful all morning. She's had the zoomies. If you have a cat, let me know if your cat also gets the zoomies. She is getting into everything this morning. She's like a chunky little cat. Like she typically just likes to sleep and eat, and she's a sweetheart. And this morning, like, she is playful, but not to this extent. Like, she's just been hyper all morning. All right, we have Luminosity. I really love this card for you all because it kind of feels like, you know, the truth has to come out eventually, right? Like the truth of the connection. So there has to be kind of like this point of, okay, what are we doing here? Like, do we want to continue to give to this or not? You know, like the light has to come back in, the truth, the heart of the matter has to come forward. And, you know, if it's not in alignment with your inner light, if it doesn't light your heart up, well, there's your answer, you know? And only you can answer that. And every relationship goes through difficult cycles, you know, like this reading isn't saying throw your relationship out the window. It's just a choice. Like, do you want to continue to work on this or not? With the lotus flower, are you growing through mud or is it just mud? You know, like you got to make that choice, that decision. But don't postpone your happiness, you know, with connection as the bottom of the deck here. Don't postpone your happiness. You know, if you know this person is never going to step up and, you know, offer you what you're needing, then it's time to let it go. You know, are you in alignment with one another? You know, are your hearts still beating in the same like vibrational alignment kind of thing? Is this person going to give you the Two of Cups? Is this someone that you could see yourself spending the rest of your life with? This isn't advice from your spirit guides. This is just me speaking to you now. I feel like this is a good way to test things out. If you can take, like, if you're in a connection and you have like one foot out the door, but you're just not sure whether you should leave or not, you're just not sure, go on vacation with this person. Go on vacation with them in a place where you'll have to share a confined space. So like where you'll have to share a hotel room, you know, like don't get like a large Airbnb, like get somewhere where you're gonna be in close quarters with each other. Again, like be safe, you know, with whatever, like if there's like still pandemic restrictions or whatever, you know, still be safe, but go on vacation with them where you're going to be in an enclosed space together, where you're going to be alone, you know, you're not visiting family or friends, you're just going to be spending your time with each other, and see how you guys interact. Are you bickering constantly? Are you fighting constantly? Are they annoying you every 5 minutes? Are you just bothered by the way that they chew or the sound of their breathing? You know what I mean? Like when you get to that point, or are you turning a new leaf? Are you like starting to see eye to eye? Are you finally speaking to one another instead of just talking past each other? Are you listening to each other? Were you guys just overdue for quality time? You know, were you guys just not hearing each other? Were you not listening to each other? Was there actual like mutual fault on both sides? Is there a willingness to come back together? I feel like that's a quick way to figure out like where you stand with one another. Are you at each other's throats, or is there an energy of reconciliation? Because when you're in an enclosed space in a new environment, you can't hide who you are, right? That's just my personal advice to you if you are very confused about this. All right, pile 1. Wow, that just flew out. Oh man, this card is probably the harshest card in this deck. I will just tell you that. Also, ignore the gender on here, but it says get over it, snap out of it. They are going to be sorry they lost you. Stop worrying, forget the past. It's time to let them go. Okay. Again, you still have your free will, okay? But it does seem like Spirit is saying walk away from it for the majority of you, but yeah, that's a harsh card. That card, every time it comes out, I'm like, ooh, that's his Spirit. Like, you didn't have to do him like that. All right, pile 1, unhappy in a current partnership. I would never tell you just to get over it. But apparently your guides would. Okay, we have speak up. This is just like the communication card we already have. Someone is not expressing their true feelings. Problems would get solved and your love life would be easier if both of you were open and honest. So yeah, I feel like a heart-to-heart conversation is needed here. Like regardless of what you decide to do, you deserve that closure either way. So like if you're gonna stay, you need to be able to express how you feel freely. If you're gonna leave, you need to go ahead and get you know, at least feel like you've spoken your piece, even if they don't understand or hear you, you know? Okay, let's get one more card for you all. Ah, see? I told you this. I said Spirit is never gonna, like, these readings are just guidance. They're never gonna tell you for certain, like, this is what you should do, and if you don't do this, you're wrong. Look at that. You either get over it or it's not over. Don't turn your back on love. Love isn't easy, not for anyone. You can't push it away because there's a few bad apples. Keep fighting. I do feel like, you know, even if you leave this connection, I feel like Spirit is saying, just because this situation didn't work out how you had hoped it would, doesn't mean that love in and of itself is awful or something unpleasant or something to be avoided. There's nothing wrong with the energy of love, right? It's kind of like how people who, and I myself have experienced this, but like if you come from like a lower socioeconomic background, you may have like a bad relationship to the idea of money itself. Like you may think money is bad or money is evil or money, you know, money is like a controlling thing. Like especially like when I was growing up, like I felt like I was always told we're on a budget, we're on a budget, we're on a budget. And like you start to resent money, or you feel like money is the reason why your parents snap at you or are mad at you, or, you know, like if money wasn't a thing, my parent would be in the household more. You know, if money wasn't a thing, then, you know, my parent wouldn't be working third shift and they wouldn't be sleeping all day and, you know, hateful when they wake up because they haven't slept well and they have to go work a 12-hour shift. You know, like that was my childhood. And yeah, it like created a bad relationship with money. And so I feel like Spirit is saying that, but with the energy of love, like just because this didn't work out, or maybe you've had a series of relationships that haven't worked out, it doesn't mean that love in and of itself is your enemy, is out to punish you, or that you'll never receive a positive energy of love. You know, love is still out there and love is waiting for you actually. So yeah. You know, you could interpret this card as saying the relationship is not over. So again, like, which way do you want to go? You know, Spirit really wants you to make this call. You're not being pushed out of this connection. This is going to be your choice ultimately, which is how it should be. Okay, let's get some more cards for you all. So pile 1, unhappy in your current partnership. What do we need to know? It's so different not having my blanket laid out and like just using the desk. Fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. I feel like you need more passion in your love life regardless. This could also say that you're a fire sign and that's confirmation for you, or you're attracting a fire sign. But I just feel like you need more passion. You need to feel some more fire, some more heat in your love life. You know, like that's needed regardless. Triggered, emotional, provoked overthinking. Yeah, I mean, I definitely feel like when you have that conversation with them, it's probably going to feel very triggering if it's a connection that you need to leave and they're invalidating your feelings. You know, like that, to me, and again, this is just my personal advice to you. This isn't from your guides, but, and this goes for any relationship, doesn't have to be romantic, but for me personally, I know when a connection is over when I try to speak to someone and they don't accept the reality of what has happened. So if I say to them, you know, it was really hurtful to me when you didn't show up to our meeting. And they say, we didn't have a meeting, or they say, well, I did text you and tell you I wasn't going to be there. Like they lie about something that isn't a difference in perspective. Like it is objectively a lie. Like they never texted me. That did not happen. You know, and like I was raised with, you know, a parent who did that very frequently. You know, they would just deny reality. And if someone isn't willing to be honest and truthful about just the objective events that happened, not a difference in perspective, you know, not subjective reality, but just straight up lying about what has actually like physically happened. You know, they say they called when you know they didn't call, and you can look at your call list and see they didn't call. They say they texted when they never texted. You know, they say that they didn't cheat on you online, but you can see the search history right there in front of them, and they're still making up lies and excuses like, oh, I never went to that website. Someone must have used my computer. And it's right there. So like, you know, a connection is over when they are just denying what happened in reality, and they're gaslighting you and trying to get you to believe this false version of events. You know, you can't talk things through, you can't reach a resolution or a compromise if someone is not willing to accept or agree to what actually happened, you know, the objective reality and truth of a situation. And that is very triggering when that happens, especially, you know, if you're like me and you in your childhood, you know, had a parent who would lie, you know, a lot, just straight up to your face. So yes, I do think that this could be emotionally triggering for you, but ultimately, if you can keep your faith here, it is going to put you on the right path. So it may get a little bit bad before it gets better, but it is getting better. We have strength, courage, stability, and inner power. You are definitely strong enough to get through this. You know, like the light at the end of the tunnel is you. You know, you are your own light here. And you deserve the best. Getting out into nature, taking time outside could definitely help you during this time to get clear in your own thoughts about this. So like if you are, you know, indecisive about what you should do, taking some time out, getting in touch with your feelings about it will definitely benefit you. Okay, let's get this deck now. We're using all the Love Oracle decks today. That was a terrible shuffle. Let's redo that. There we go. I do feel like shuffling your deck has been a lot less chaotic than the first two groups within pile 1. So I do feel like this is more so on your time and not like there's all of these external events influencing it. You know, I don't feel like there's a lot of crazy things happening in November for you. It's more of like there's only significant change if you choose, you know, to be open to it. You know what I mean? Like things aren't happening to you. You are making the decisions for yourself. Which is nice, right? We have trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. So you got the faith card essentially twice now. So definitely have faith that everything is working out best case scenario for you. You know, if you continue to follow your heart and listen to your guidance, everything's going to work out. We've got love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. You know, if you're unhappy in a partnership and you start to distance yourself from it, or you do decide to leave it, that even if you know logically that person was not worth your time, wasn't treating you right, you know, they were immature or they couldn't see your worth, and you know logically like you are good enough, you are worthy and deserving of love, it doesn't mean that you didn't subconsciously take on however that person was making you feel like you weren't good enough. And you know, you may need some time to heal from that, and that's okay. You know, if that's the case, it is okay. You know, and loving yourself and pouring, you know, pulling back, taking that love you were giving to them and pouring it into yourself, I think is the best thing you can do. Let's get one more card for you all. Pile 1, unhappy in a current partnership. Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Yeah, it's like your self-love, your self-respect is making you romantically attractive. And your bottom of the deck is very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So what do you want? Do you want a fresh start with this person, or do you want new love? So clearly make that decision so you can go ahead and start attracting what it is that you do want. Okay, let's look at your Spirit Cat Oracle message, and this will end your reading. It says, flow. Meet Zephyr. She is flexible, flowing, and gentle like a light wind. She intuitively responds to the rhythms of the world around her. When a door opens, she just walks through, easy as a breeze. When the door closes, she circles, eddies, and finds a window to slip silently through. She blooms with the spring and knows how to let go with the fall. She is change, and she welcomes change. Her strength comes not through resistance, but through perfect flow, like a river sculpting the rocks, finding and making the space to keep moving. So flow like water, go with the flow of your heart, and you will be all right. So pile 1, this was your reading. I hope it resonated. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, if you like this format better than the way that I have been filming these readings, please let me know in the comments, and that will let me know how I need to do the December love prediction. As always, thank you for letting me do this reading for you. Please consider liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing, hitting the notification bell so you always know when I upload. The easiest way to support the easiest way to support the channel is to simply watch the ads. Thank you all so much for watching this reading, and I will see you all in my next one. My heart goes out to you. Also, if you're feeling that indecision, I know it can be really tough. I'm wishing you all the best in love in the month of November, and I will see you all in my next one. Take care. Hi, Pile 1. For all of you who are happy or at least content in your current partnership, you have no plans to leave it at this time, welcome to your November love prediction. You're the last group in this section, so last but not least, of course. So we have some pre-pulled cards, and then we will also be shuffling some more oracle cards on camera. So for you all, we have the Sun, we have the High Priestess, we have the Nine of Cups, we have Temperance, we have Healing, we have In the Now, and we have Retreat. So I think, especially given your oracle cards that have come out so far, it feels like to me, like in the month of November, you two really need to spend some quality time together. Like you need to disconnect from the world, you know, the busyness of like your day-to-day schedule, and spend some real quality time together and be fully present. You know, don't be on your cell phone, checking your social media, you know, distracted, you know, with other things. Just be fully present with one another. And I think that's going to feel very healing, very restorative, because it's kind of like your connection needs a little bit of a rebalancing, like a little bit of a tune-up. That's not to say you guys have been arguing or fighting a lot or anything like that, but just that you kind of need to check in with each other. Like, how are you really? You know, and bring that balance back, because I do feel like with this connection, you know, there's a lot here that is making you happy. There is a lot that is working. You have very positive tarot cards, right? But you need to continuously flow and give to each other and receive love with Temperance. Like there needs to be constant balance here. And so maybe one of you is struggling a little bit more in November, maybe with work or family or friends. And, you know, regardless of who it is, or maybe both of you are struggling a little bit more in some other area of your life. You know, work is maybe a little bit more stressful than it usually is. And just notice how your partner is feeling and say, hey, why don't we just take this weekend and do like a staycation, you know, and just spend the weekend together, or even do like a weekend getaway, but just spend that quality time together, or make a decision that for the month of November, you're gonna have a set date night where you don't like look at your phone at all, you know, that kind of thing. Or maybe you're gonna do a movie night together. But just spending that quality time and checking in with each other and making sure you're talking, you know, you're actually hearing each other. Because intuitively, you may be picking up that, again, like your partner is struggling, or you know, it just seems like you're not as connected as you usually are. And so you're just wanting to bring that love back in. And yeah, I think it's gonna feel, yeah, like very good, quite exciting. I also feel like if there's something you've intuitively been picking up on, we'll see as we get into the rest of your oracles, but if there's something that you've been wanting your I said future spouse, oh my gosh. Some of you are wanting a proposal. Some of you are wanting an engagement. If there's something you've been wishing for, like you wish your partner would do this, but they haven't yet, I do feel like with the Nine of Cups and the Sun, that could be happening in the month of November. Just be on the lookout for that, okay? If that intuitively feels right to you, be on the lookout for that. Okay, let's get into the rest of your oracle cards. I think I want to do this deck. I'm going to move this one up. But definitely enjoy the present moment. Enjoy each other's company. I think it's going to feel very restorative. We have self-respect. And we have boundaries. There may be like a situation in your connection where maybe you do need to be a little bit more respectful of one another's boundaries. So this could be like one of you gets very frustrated if the other person is on their phone checking work emails during dinner. And I think it's little things, like it's like little things that need a tune-up in your connection. It's nothing major, nothing super serious, but just little things that need a tune-up. And I think that's where that quality time comes in, because you need to like freely discuss things with each other and kind of just check in with each other again, you know, without any distractions, because I'm really picking up on this energy of distraction, you know, and that needs to, you know, be addressed. And again, it's not a significant problem, but if it continues without checking in with one another, without having an open conversation, without spending that quality time, if you guys continue to be distracted, then it could become a larger issue and a sore spot in the connection. So, you know, it's not like happily ever after, right? Like this is real life, you know, like you consistently have to put effort into your relationships, and your partner has to put in the effort as well. And so it just feels like, yeah, like you guys need to kind of like this energy of let's pretend like we're dating again. Like, let's bring back in the flirtatiousness, you know, being fully present in the moment, being playful with one another, you know, I only have eyes for you, you know, because when you are together for a while, life can get in the way, right? We can get really distracted. We can take our partner for granted. We can get caught up in work or friend, family drama, and we can neglect our relationship because we just assume, oh, this person's always going to be there for me, this person's always going to have my back. But that doesn't mean that the connection doesn't still need to be worked on, you know? Yeah, true love, like you are in the right connection here for certain, but there just needs to be a little bit more, you know, like a tune-up, you know, a little bit more effort put in. And with the gift here, like I said, some of you could be receiving a proposal. This could also signify, though, treat each other a little bit, you know, within your budget. Doesn't have to be anything major, but just treat each other a little bit, you know, surprise your partner at work with lunch. Or, you know, bring home flowers, or, you know, buy something for their pet, something like that, you know. And then bottom of the deck, we have trust here. So yeah, you have a great relationship, Pile 1. You really do. You just have to check in with each other. You know, just a little tune-up is what is needed. And yeah, kind of falling in love with each other all over again, you know? Pile 1, happy in their current partnership. What can they expect for November? Oh my gosh, guys, you got true love twice? Well, don't you get to feel very smug, Pile 1? Like, good for you. Communication, yeah. Like, that's all that's really needed, is to check in with each other, see how the other person is feeling, and get back on the same page. I think will be very beneficial. You also got intuition here. Yeah, I feel like that's what it is that you two are so intuitively connected to one another. You know, that high priestess energy. You may feel that they're distracted or they're pulling back, or you may intuitively feel like you guys are just out of step with one another. And all that is needed is that quality time, because this is true love. You know, like, you just need time and space to reconnect with one another. And yeah, like, this connection's moving in the right direction. And especially too, like, if you do have a partner who is preparing to propose to you, that may be why they're being secretive or why they seem distracted, you know, because they're trying to prepare for this proposal. Or they could be working more so that they could pay for the ring, or, you know, some aspect of the proposal. Yeah, so that's just a specific message for some of you, but I did come through, so I wanted to mention it. Let's see. This is our last oracle deck. But true love twice? Y'all. I'm very happy for you. Pile 1. If you guys plan a vacation, let me know how it goes in the comments section. I can live vicariously through you all. I'm so overdue for a vacation. When I graduate school, I'm doing something for myself, I swear. We have retreat. For those of you who don't know, I'm finishing grad school up in technically November, but officially, you know, grades come back in December. So it's going to be the best Christmas for me. We have retreat, disconnect from the world. I think this card has come out in every single pile 1 reading. I think that is what's connecting my pile 1s here. Is that there's a need here for a timeout, you know, just you and your person, and that's it. You know, let the world have its time and you guys just be with each other. Pile 1, those of you who are happy in your current partnership, what do you need to know for the month of November? Come on, I know there's like another card here. All right, if I keep, there it is. Reconciliation, someone from your past is returning to your life. This to me is saying, like, again, that version of ourselves, heart-to-heart conversations is your bottom of the deck. For those of you who, are resonating with that message of like, let's act like that version of ourselves when we were first dating. Let's get back to that fun, adventurous side to ourselves. You know, like, we're so bogged down in the day-to-day. Let's just retreat. Let's just get away from like our day-to-day responsibilities and just reconnect with one another. Like, getting back to that old version of ourselves where we just had so much fun together. And those heart-to-heart conversations, like, again, honestly discuss your feelings with each other, reconnect. There's a need here just to come back together and spend that quality time together because you deserve it. And, you know, even if it's true love, you still got to put effort into the connection. And again, not to say that you haven't been, but it just feels like life is getting in the way. And you just gotta say, nope. Like, everything else can be on pause. It'll still be there when we get back, but we just gotta spend some time together. All right. Let's read your spirit cat message, and this will end your reading. It says, flow. Meet Zephyr. She is flexible, flowing, and gentle like a light wind. She intuitively responds to the rhythms of the world around her. When a door opens, she just walks through, easy as a breeze. When the door closes, she circles, eddies, and finds a window to slip silently through. She blooms with the spring and knows how to let go with the fall. She is change and she welcomes change. Her strength comes not through resistance, but through perfect flow, like a river sculpting the rocks, finding and making the space to keep moving. This connection is going to keep moving, right? But you want to be flowing in sync with one another. And so as life around you changes and, there's new challenges and obstacles, in your lives together, you're a team. You're connecting as a team, and you guys need to be in alignment with one another so that you can flow together and meet these challenges together. So, Pile 1, this was your November love prediction. Again, let me know in the comments if you like this format. This will influence how I do the December love prediction. As always, thank you for letting me do this reading for you. I'm sorry the sirens are going now. I live right by a fire station. Please consider liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing, hitting the notification bell so you always know when I upload. The easiest way to support the channel is to watch the ads. I would like to express so much gratitude towards everyone who's been supporting the channel, and I will see you all in my next one. Take care, Pile 1. Best of luck to you in your love life. Take care. Hi Pile 2, so all my singles, welcome to your love prediction for the month of November. We have the Death card, we have the Nine of Pentacles, we have the Two of Cups, we have the Page of Pentacles, as well as the Page of Wands. We also have Reunion, Time to Say Goodbye, and Unrequited Love. Now I will say these two cards came out together, like right back to back. And it made me so excited because it feels like the message is saying, it's time to say goodbye to unrequited love. It's time to say goodbye to one-sided connections that are not serving you. It's time to step into the Two of Cups, right? Where it's equal, balanced, mutual attraction, reciprocated love, true love. It's time to say yes to that and goodbye to unrequited love, one-sided connections where the feelings aren't mutual and where you feel like you're wasting your time. We're saying goodbye to that. What are we saying yes to? It says this card stands for a reunion with your family and friends. There is a feeling of harmony and celebration. Significant people from your childhood and or past lives, so soulmate connections, soul family connections, could be coming back into your life for a particular reason. So, with the Death card here, there is an ending of sorts, and you may feel a bit, this group may feel like you belong in more than one section of this reading. So maybe for some of you, you're unhappy in a partnership and you're having a breakup, right before November, or in sort of the early days of November, and then you are now single, right? So you would maybe be split between different sections of this reading, which is okay. Like, you can definitely watch more than one section, but it feels like you all have gone through, a rebirth, a transformation here. This is Scorpio energy, so this is a massive change, I think, in the way that you approach love. Pile 2, I feel like you have so much more respect for yourself. You are, feeling very attractive. You are feeling good about yourself, and you're ready for a fresh start. You've had this ending, whatever it is. And now with the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Wands, like, this is new, fresh energy. You're looking at your career, you're looking at your sense of like fun and playfulness and adventure, your passion, your creativity, and you're like, let's create this Nine of Pentacles. Let's create this lush garden. Like, let's create our dream life. And what is that going to look like? And I feel like as well, like, you're wanting a partner who's financially stable. You're wanting a partner who's fun and flirtatious, and where, you have a nice banter, a nice rapport back and forth, where, they spark that fire in you, where there is chemistry, where there is, kind of this perfect balance between what is practical in love and what is exciting and fun in love. You want a partner who is grounded and stable, but also a partner who will spark that inspiration in you. a partner who's kind of like a muse, you know, someone who is exciting and adventurous and fun, and yeah, someone who also gives you freedom and space when you need it, but also comfort and stability and security when you need it. So a beautiful balance, like with each other, but also within the connection itself. Also, someone from your past could be returning. And you know, and more time spent with family and friends as well. I think, you know, not just one kind of love, you know, we're not just talking about romantic love. I think in general, like your connections are just getting stronger. And you could be meeting new friends in the month of November as well. Okay, let's get into the rest of your oracle cards here. So pile 2, singles, November 2022. Pile 2, singles, November 2022, please, Spirit. Pile 2, singles. What can they expect in love, please, Spirit, for the month of November? Okay, we have true love. I mean, you really could be welcoming in a divine counterpart. With the reunion card there, it could start off friends to lovers. I like this. As well as we said, getting closer to your friends again, reconnecting with your friends, or even reconnecting with old friends. Support. You're going to have so much support in the month of November. I love this. And remember how we said the 9 of Pentacles and like creating this lush garden, you know, as like a metaphor for your life? Bottom of the deck, we have effort, and you see like the watering can watering the flowers. So I feel like all aspects of like love in your life, like you're nurturing your self-love, you're nurturing connections with friends and family, you're reconnecting with, you know, good people from your past, and you are connecting with the energy of true love. So it's beautiful, beautiful. Like even if you don't meet your person in the month of November, it feels like you are energetically calling that into you. You know what I mean? Like you are in vibrational alignment. You are manifesting true love. You see what I'm saying? So timelines are always a little bit off, right? Because it's a general reading. Not everyone is on the exact same timeline, but this is all looking so positive, so beautiful, pile 2. Like I'm so excited for you. We have reparenting yourself. So your love life could definitely benefit from healing wounds from childhood, especially if you had a difficult connection with a parent. If you're not familiar with attachment theory, I definitely recommend looking it up. There are great videos on YouTube about it as well. But essentially, like understanding your attachment style. Do you have a secure attachment style, or is it more anxious or avoidance? Or disorganized, and how is that influencing your love life? So reparenting yourself could be very healing for you. We have the Divine Feminine. I love this energy because the Divine Feminine, this card's a little bit graphic, so I have to cover it up. The Divine Feminine is a receptive energy. So this talks about being ready to receive blessings, you know, the blessing of true love into your life, and healing connections, especially with family and friends as well. This could also talk about healing a mother wound, right, from childhood. If you had a difficult relationship with your mom, you could be healing that in the month of November. And that will be benefiting your romantic love life as well, right? Because we play out some of these same dynamics with our romantic partners that we had in childhood with our parents. As weird as that sounds, that's attachment theory. So you could be meeting someone who is long distance. You could be relocating, you know, a complete fresh start in the month of November. We did have the Page of Wands, so some of you could be moving. You could also be meeting someone who is traveling, you know, and you start to develop a long distance connection. So just take what resonates. You know, if you've been thinking about moving, this could be confirmation for you that, you know, you will be doing that in the month of November. We have manifest, law of attraction, within reach, and positive mindset. I feel like that true love is within reach for you, like you're manifesting it, you know, that divine feminine energy. And yeah, you're walking away saying goodbye. You've got time to say goodbye twice now. So you're leaving behind anything that's not serving you. It feels very empowered for you in the month of November, which is beautiful. Yeah, I feel like the energy of unrequited love, unreciprocated love, like you're just leaving it behind. You're saying, I deserve better, I am good enough, and that's what it is. Okay, these two cards came out together here, and then on top you have divine timing. So your love life is being divinely guided here. These cards came out together. This is interesting. We've got spying and we have truth, which says confession here. So you could have a secret admirer, pile two, someone who's been keeping tabs on you, watching you online, or maybe you've been watching someone from afar and it's time for you to be honest about your feelings. This could be talking about someone on a dating app. This could be talking about social media. It could be talking about someone from your past, like maybe someone you went to high school with or college with, or maybe someone you grew up together or you used to work together, and they're keeping tabs on you online, and they're like, I wonder how this person is doing, like not in a creepy way, but they're just checking you out, you know, and you may end up reconnecting with that person. So someone could be admiring you from afar here. Okay. That's bothering me. All right, let's look. I haven't used this deck yet. Okay. So pile two, singles. These cards are really glossy, so kind of makes them a little bit hard to get a hold of. I think one more shuffle will do it. Pile two, singles. What can you expect in November in your love life? Pile two, singles. What can you expect in your love life? Oh man, cards are everywhere today. Oh wow, angel messages. Pay attention and observe what is happening within and around you. Your angels are sending you messages and signs. Ooh, I love this. So yeah, your love life is very divinely guided. And then we have be vulnerable. Allow them to see your true feelings. Being vulnerable is the only way to allow your heart to experience true pleasure. Dare to love openly. Oh man. Okay, so being emotionally vulnerable, being open to love. And I always say, like, in order to experience true love, you have to be open to the risk of getting your heart broken. Like, that's the only way to do it. Like, fortune favors the brave. Like, you have to make that sacrifice. Like, you can't. That's why the Fool card talks about new love and like taking that leap of faith and jumping off of a cliff. Like, that's what it is to fall in love. You have to be willing to risk getting your heart broken. Like, you can't have it any other way. You know, like, you can't have true love and not open up emotionally to someone. It doesn't work that way. Like, you'll only have a surface level connection if you're not emotionally vulnerable. Like, you have to trust the other person isn't going to drop your heart, right? Isn't going to stab you in the back. And that's hard when you've only experienced that before. So as difficult as it is, you are being asked to be emotionally vulnerable in the month of November. Bottom of the deck, we have special event. Fate will play a role in your love life. Pay attention to the people who come into your life unexpectedly. Stay curious and keep exploring. So if you get invited to go somewhere in the month of November, I would definitely do so, because you could be meeting someone or reconnecting with someone from your past. And that could be, you know, that love connection that is wanting to come in. So definitely stay open. All right. Oh, I almost forgot this deck right here. We have one more deck to do. All right, pile two, singles. What can you expect in your love life in the month of November? It looks very positive, pile two, so I'm liking this. Okay, we have worth waiting for. Divine timing. Okay, you got divine timing twice. Divine timing is at work in your love life. And we have religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing or your spiritual path. So this could signify, you know, your next love connection is from a different religion or cultural background, or maybe, you know, they're not into tarot and all of this like spiritual stuff. And so that's a difference, right? So that's something to consider. But this person is worth waiting for, okay? So divine timing, don't lose hope, don't lose faith. Bottom of the deck, we have chemistry. There is a strong magnetic attraction here. I definitely feel like energetically you're being pulled to each other. I definitely feel like spirit is orchestrating some things in your love life behind the scenes. That's definitely what's happening here. All right, let's look at your Spirit Cat message, and this will end your reading pile too. It says balance. Meet Vero Tiptoe Sky. She can balance perfectly with an inner precision and assurance. She leans one way and then the other, constantly adjusting and learning where her center lies. She understands the dichotomies, work and play, togetherness and solitude, inner reflection and outward expression, striving and letting go, accepting and changing, freedom and discipline, reason and intuition, spiritual expansion and grounding. They go on and on. Let Vero help you see what areas of your life are out of balance and what shifts you can make to return to a graceful equilibrium. Balance, right? Like trusting in the divine, but also following through with the signs and synchronicities that are shown to you. So if you feel like Spirit is pushing you to go to that special event, for example, that's that inspired action you're being asked to take. Okay, so pile 2 singles, this was your reading. I hope it resonated. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you. I loved your energy, put a smile on my face, love it. So excited for your love life in the month of November. If you like this format, please let me know and I will do this same format for the December love prediction. As always, please take care. Please consider liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing, hitting the notification bell so you always know when I upload. The easiest way to support the channel is to watch the ads. I greatly appreciate everyone who's been supporting the channel thus far. It's been really exciting to see our community grow, and I will see you all in my next one. Best of luck to you in all areas of your life. Take care and be gentle with yourself, pile 2. Hi Pile 2! So for those of you who are dating right now or in a complicated situationship, this is your love life in the month of November 2022. So we have the Devil card, we have Strength, we have 4 Pentacles, we have the Hierophant, and we have the Hanged One or the Hanged Man, and we have Alone Time. Spending some time alone and apart keeps a relationship interesting and balanced. This card also indicates a time of being apart or single, and it says Hermit mode there with the lanterns, so like the Hermit card in the tarot. We have acceptance and optimism, feeling good. Staying optimistic and accepting your current situation helps you to attract more joy and happiness into your life in general. The right person will come to you when you are ready. Okay, so pile 2. I'm not gonna lie to you. It definitely seems like the month of November, in terms of your love life, can be a struggle depending upon your attitude, okay? So it kind of feels like the month of November is an opportunity to do some self-reflection and see how the ways in which maybe you've been stubborn or maybe stuck in your ways or stuck in a repeating pattern where you feel like you continuously attract the wrong sort of person and you're not sure why. And I say that because the 4 of Pentacles in the context of this reading kind of seems like, or it definitely seems like maybe you're holding on to connections that you know are unfulfilling, you're holding on to certain beliefs that are keeping you stuck, you're holding on to old ways of doing things and approaching things. And with the Hierophant, this talks about, tradition and structure and this is the way you should do things. And so you may have some beliefs or some attitude towards dating that are keeping you stuck in this repeating pattern that is not of your highest good with the Devil. So what limiting beliefs are keeping you from seeing your own strength here and your own ability to transform your love life into something that you want? Okay, and this could also signify that the situationship that you're in is not of your highest good. And it could be that, it's maybe sort of trauma bonding or, very shadow-based or karmic even. But there's something there about your belief system in regards to love that needs to be healed, because you have a need for a new perspective, okay? So you need to take some time out, do some self-reflection, spend some time alone, and get to a place to where you can feel optimistic about your love life, and you can accept that you're not in a committed, stable, long-term partnership right now. Like, if that's what you're wanting in love and your current situation is not reflecting that, you have to accept the current situation before it can transform. And the Hanged Man comes before the Death card. The Death card talks about transformation, rebirth, and healing, right? Massive transformation. So you're on the path for that transformation that you're wanting, that new start in love that you're wanting. But first, you have to take that time out and do that reflection. And I know that's difficult, especially if you feel like you've already been doing that. To hear that message is difficult, but it is what it is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we can't force it. We can't push it. If Spirit is saying, we need you to still be alone during this time, we need you to still do some more reflection, like, we need you to just trust us that the right person is going to come in at the right time. Like, it's just about patience. And I know that's such a hard message to hear. Like, I know it's so difficult, but you know, you don't want to keep repeating the same pattern. And so that's just kind of the name of the game here. Pile 2, dating or in a situationship. What do they need to know for their love life in November, please, Spirit? Let's get some more information about this. Trust. I feel like it's trusting, Spirit. Like, the way that this card is depicted here, where it looks like this is sort of the galaxy, this to me looks like the hand of Spirit. And Spirit is telling you, like, please trust us. Please trust us. And I like this daydream card here because I feel like Spirit is, oh man, the orange cat is outside. Okay, I'm going to pause your reading just so I can hurry and feed it, and I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that, Pile 2. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you know I've been really trying to keep this beautiful orange cat alive. It's a stray and it's very afraid of me, so I'm hoping if I continue to feed it, it will eventually let me, you know, safely get it into my home, and then I can take it to a vet, get it looked at, and then find it a home. But for right now, it's just terrified of me. But it is eating the food that I put out, so yay. Anyway, I love this daydream card for you all, Pile 2, because this tells me Spirit wants you to get into this moment of pause. Be alone. You know, just be alone. Be optimistic about your love life, but what do you want? Like, Spirit wants you to get very clear about what you're wanting and daydream about it, visualize it, because Spirit wants to help you manifest the love that you're wanting in your life. And this is a general reading, like all of you are wanting different things, right? And Spirit wants to bring you what your heart is desiring, but Spirit wants you to get clear about that, because maybe sometimes you're a little bit confused about what you want, you know, and maybe sometimes you're a little bit wishy-washy about it, like, oh, you know, I just want to have fun with someone, or like, oh, I don't know if I'm ready to get married yet, or I don't know, you know, like Spirit wants you to get very clear about what it is that your heart is seeking, and not in a superficial way, not like, oh, I want someone who's 6 foot and tall, dark, and handsome, like, no. Spirit wants you to get clear about how you want to feel in a connection, what your goals are, you know, the deeper stuff, you know, not like, oh, I have to be with someone who has green eyes. Like, no, like, you know, get deeper than that, okay? Not to say that Spirit isn't trying to bring you someone you'll be physically attracted to, but, you know, obviously that's not the most important thing in a love connection. Okay, so I know this is a silly example, but just looking at this cat outside, like, I don't understand people who go to like a shelter to adopt a pet and they're like, oh, I have to have a black cat, like I have to have a black cat. That's not the most important thing. Like, it's good to adopt black cats, you know, because unfortunately, if you're in America, there's like this dumb superstition that they're bad luck, but that's just an example. But people are like, have it in their head like they need a certain color of cat. And it's like, that's not the most important thing. Like, all cats are beautiful, okay, first of all. Secondly, what's most important is the temperament of the cat and the compatibility with you. Like, do you want a playful cat? Do you want a cat that's gonna, you know, be all sleepy and gonna be a lap cat and want to cuddle with you all the time? Or are you very active and you couldn't really handle a cat who wants you to sit down all the time and lay on your lap, you know? Like, what kind of cat do you want? And like, what age of cat? And so like, that's more important than what color they are, you know? Like, do you want a cat that's more chill? Do you want a cat that's more playful? Do you want a cat that's gonna do well outside because you live out in the country and that would be safe, you know? That's more important. So it's kind of the same thing in your love life. Like, you know, the physical attributes or some of the superficial things aren't quite as important as how they make you feel, right? All right, pile 2. We have old-fashioned. Babe, the old school love wins. Don't try to rush the process. It takes time to build a real solid and healthy relationship. Give it time. So that's kind of like the Hierophant here. So maybe there is an aspect of you. Okay, I have a friend and I consistently see them going for connections where it's very casual. And because they have like this sex positive attitude to them, they think they can handle that, but I consistently see them not being able to handle that. And I think secretly they're very old-fashioned and traditional, but they don't want to say that because for some reason they think that's not feminist. And so they shun that. But I think they would actually be very happy in a partnership like that. I think that they need to feel safe and secure in a connection, but they have to figure that out for themselves. And so like, I can't tell them that. I can't tell them, hey, like, you know, you keep doing this friends with benefits thing and it repeatedly doesn't work out and you repeatedly catch feelings. You know, I can't tell them that. They have to see that cycle for themselves. And so maybe there's a part of you that feels like maybe a little like embarrassed, or like you're maybe like you can't admit it to yourself that what you're wanting is actually something that's very old-fashioned and traditional. And you know, maybe it feels too scary to admit that like you want to get married or like you want to have children or you want to settle down. Maybe that's, you know, a bit foreign to you. We have queen vibes. You can also change this to king vibes. You really stepped up your game. Now let him or she or they meet you there. Don't you dare take off your crown for anyone. Remember that. So if you're in a situationship, don't lower your standards, okay? Don't step down from your pedestal for anybody. There's a Nicki Minaj song. God, what is that? That song. Man. I'm gonna have to put it in the description box because I cannot recall it. I'm gonna have to remember that. That's gonna be difficult given the fact that there's so many sections within each group. I'm gonna really try to remember it. It's a song from, I think it's actually, yeah, it's Nip Tuck. That's the song, Nip Tuck. I'm like 90% positive it's called Nip Tuck and it's from the Queen album. Yeah. I'm like mostly positive about this. I'm gonna try to put it in the description box for you. As soon as I get into the next group, I'll remember it. And we have overthinking. Your mind is going round in circles trying to find a way through the confusion. Breathe. Whatever choice you make, let it come from the heart. That might be why you need that alone time, like just to get clear about like what you want. Bottom of the deck, we have goddess vibes. Don't be afraid to be different. Allow your inner goddess to radiate. After you meet her, you'll never be the same. Honor the divine feminine. That's what it is. Like, you need to get clear about what you want so that you can be in a receptive energy, the divine feminine energy, to receive it. Again, your gender doesn't matter here. So I think that you're really confused, you're overthinking, and Spirit doesn't know what to bring you. Spirit is like, listen, you got to get clear about what you want and then believe it can come to you, but we can't fulfill your dreams if you're not even clear about what you want. So, yeah. And I know that sounds like a bit harsh, but we all have been there. Like, we've all been confused in love, so don't take it as a criticism. And Spirit is being very complimentary towards you, like queen vibes, goddess vibes, like king vibes. Don't step off your throne. Okay, some of you are wanting a soulmate connection and you're wanting someone you can truly be compatible with, but maybe it just feels too scary to admit that, you know, maybe that feels too big, or maybe you feel like that's a really big ask, like can I really manifest that? True intimacy, like you can have that. You just have to believe that you're worthy and deserving of it. And I know it sounds like a really big thing, but like you can call that in. Okay. Pile 2, dating or in a situationship. What do you need to know? Pile 2, dating or in a situationship. And you deserve compatibility on every level. Like you shouldn't have to make concessions. Like you deserve spiritual compatibility, emotional compatibility, intellectual compatibility, physical compatibility with intimacy, a compatibility in terms of your goals. So the months of September, October, and November can be significant. This could be like when you are getting clear about like what you're wanting and what you're seeking. So like the month of November, Spirit may be saying like for the month of November, yeah, we are asking you to be alone, but it's just for the month of November. You know, you see what I'm saying? And it could be like they're saying like this is autumn, right? Like this is the time to let go of these old belief systems. And I know it's not autumn in November everywhere, but if that message resonates, feel free to claim it. We have stormy, difficult time ahead, grief, and emotional upheaval. I feel like this is all internal. Like it is gonna feel like remember how I said like it's a struggle depending upon how you take this? Like you can make it a struggle. Like you can fight that alone time or you can embrace it. So it's really up to you. We have winter. Okay, like if you get clear about what you're wanting in November, then by winter you could be calling in this soulmate connection. So December, January, February could be significant here. I feel like Spirit is like saying, like, we're not saying divine timing in the sense of like this is indefinite, you know? Like it is gonna happen. I feel like they want to give you that reassurance. Yep, we've got wishes coming true here, stars aligning, dreams coming true, fulfillment, and then we have conflict. This is the internal struggle, you know, like you just have to be honest with yourself. And then we have rebirth. Remember how I said in the beginning here, the Hanged Man comes before the Death card in the Major Arcana. Like you have to go through that change in perspective to have that rebirth and transformation that you're wanting. So don't fight it, like embrace it. It will be so much easier for you if you are open to this alone time rather than fighting it. And listen, like I understand, like I've been in hermit mode because I'm in my personal year 7. So I've been in hermit mode all year long. Like I understand completely how challenging it can be, and I definitely don't want to minimize that. Pile 2, dating or in a situationship, love life in November. What do we need to know? Oh, this card came flying out. We have deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. I feel like you've been deceiving yourself. Like you haven't been wanting to see these situationships for what they are, like not what you're wanting. And you may have been, like I said, lying to yourself about what it is that you're wanting. But new love is on the horizon, okay? Like new love can be there, but you have to make the effort to do what Spirit is asking of you, okay? And that is to be alone for, you know, just for the month of November. Like it's not that long of a time period. If you've been alone for a while, I know that can be a struggle if you've been in and out of situationships, but it's not that much longer, okay? All right, so let's look at your Spirit Cat message, and this will end your love prediction for November. We have balance. Meet Vero Tiptoe Sky. She can balance perfectly with an inner precision and assurance. She leans one way and then the other, constantly adjusting and learning where her center lies. She understands the dichotomies. work and play, togetherness and solitude, inner reflection and outward expression, striving and letting go, accepting and changing, freedom and discipline, reason and intuition, spiritual expansion and grounding. They go on and on. Let Vero help you see what areas of your life are out of balance and what shifts you can make to return to a graceful equilibrium. All right, pile 2, this was your reading for the month of November. Thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you. Make sure you let me know in the comments if you like this new format or if you prefer the old way. Please consider liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. Hitting the notification bell so you always know when I upload. The easiest way to support the channel is to watch the ads. I would like to express so much gratitude towards everyone who's been supporting the channel thus far. I greatly appreciate it, and I will see you all in my next one. Best of luck to you in your love life. Take care, pile 2. Hi pile 2, so for those of you who are unhappy in your current partnership, what is your love life going to look like in the month of November? We have the 10 of Cups, we have the Page of Pentacles, we have the World, we have the Tower, we have the 9 of Cups, and we have the Hermit. We have unrequited love, we have healing, and we have self-love. So, I feel like for many of you, in this connection that you're unhappy with, it feels like to me like you kind of are at a point to where you feel like you're single or alone in the connection. Like you don't even feel like you're dating someone. You don't feel like you have a partner. You may as well have been alone or single for this time because it just feels that disconnected. Like it feels very, very broken. And if that's not resonating, then maybe this just isn't your group, but it feels like just very, very fragmented to me with the Hermit card. Like it just feels like you've been on a healing journey, like within this connection. Like you've accepted that this connection is done. You just haven't actually left it yet. And that could be because of some extenuating circumstances that prevent you from leaving. So, like finances, children, whatever the case may be, it's going to be different. I don't know your specific situation, but I know that it's not always as simple as walking away. But here's the good news. Like, it does feel like to me in the month of November, there is a breakup with the Tower. Like, it feels like there's some sort of significant argument, or truth comes to light and, it just cannot continue. Like, it does feel like there is an ending. And with the World card, it feels like you're ending this cycle of unrequited love. And I feel like you've already been doing the healing. I feel like you've already been working on your self-love, even as you've been in this unhappy partnership. And so I feel like this ending is happening to bring you to a point of completion, like closing out that old cycle and welcoming in the 10 of Cups. I mean, the 10 of Cups and the 9 of Cups, like, this is home, family, domestic bliss, happiness. This is wish fulfillment. Page of Pentacles talks about a new start. So like literally the Tower falling, Page of Pentacles, let's build a new foundation. And so, I mean, it's a little scary, but what is on the other side of that is so positive, because even your bottom of the deck here was home and family. There might be some changes coming up regarding your current home situation. A relocation is also possible. This card stands for starting a family together. So for some of you, like, you live with this person and maybe that's what has kept you tied to it. But in the month of November, you're moving, like you're just moving out. You're finally done. And again, that may not resonate for everyone, but there is some ending. There is some major conflict coming in the month of November, and it, to me, from what I'm seeing with these cards laid out, I don't see you staying in this partnership. I just don't feel like that is in the cards. I know, I love that pun, but I don't feel like that's in the cards here, because I feel like this isn't a rough patch. With the Hermit and the Healing and the Self-Love card, I feel like you have chosen yourself like at least months ago, maybe even years ago. Like I feel like you've only been with this person in title, but I don't feel like you've been emotionally invested in this connection for a long time. Like I feel like you've just been, you know, like when you live with someone over a certain period of time, it's like you've just become roommates or people who live together. You're not actually in a connection anymore. It's just in title. Like, you know, yeah, technically I'm in a relationship with them, but, you know, energetically I haven't been connected to this in a long time. That's what it feels like to me. If you're like, no, this is just a rough patch, you know, I'm not like that disconnected from them, then this isn't your reading, and, you know, feel free to choose a different group. Or maybe, you know, this message just isn't, this whole reading just isn't for you, and that's fine too. But this feels very fragmented. And again, like I feel like you've already been doing your healing, which is beautiful. And deserves like a pat on the back, because that's so hard to heal from a connection when you're forced to stay in it for whatever reason. And again, like if anyone judges you for that, they don't know your circumstances, they don't know what's going on in your life, and it's hard. Like it's really, really hard when you want to leave something, but there's something preventing you from doing so. Again, whether that's finances or children, it can be hard. And so you definitely deserve your kudos for healing and pouring that love into yourself, even as you're forced to stay with someone that has probably hurt you, right? So pile 2, those of you unhappy in a current partnership, what can you expect? We have a drink. Something is lurking and it doesn't look good. Remember, there are blessings in life that are disguised as difficulties. Let it make you better. Wow, this card is perfect for this group. This is the difficulty, right? That is actually a blessing in disguise. Because that Tower moment, as hard as it is going to bring you what you truly have been wishing for, and it's going to bring you, you know, like your happy ending. It's going to bring you a sense of contentment and peace. We have joy. Oh my gosh, not all endings are sad. Stay hopeful because you will have your happy ending. This is literally what I just said. Your manifestation is coming much sooner than you think. So some of you have been trying to manifest new love into your life or a way out of this situation, and divine intervention is helping you find a way out of this situation that you have been stuck and trapped in. We have love trip. Okay, some of you are legit moving in November. Wherever you're going, make sure to use protection. This love trip will be filled with passion and adventure. Enjoy it. You deserve it. So yeah, you're moving in a much, much better direction. Even your bottom of the deck says happy times. You're entering a happier cycle. You did the work. Remember healing and self-love? Like, you've been in that Hermit card energy even when you've been stuck and trapped in an unhappy partnership. You have still done the work, pile 2. Like, I love the energy of this group. Like, you 100% deserve this because you did something that was very difficult. Like, it is so hard to be forced to stay like in a connection with someone because of some kind of circumstance. For many of you, I do think it's probably financial. You've been forced to stay in a partnership where you're miserable and they've hurt you, but you've forgiven them even as you're forced to continue to interact with them, and that's hard. But it says, you're entering a happier cycle. You did the work and overcame so much. Now it's your turn to receive in a major way. It's time. You've had enough lessons. Pile 2. I'm so happy for you. 100%. I am so happy for you. Okay, let's get some more cards. Oh, I'm so excited. Pile 2. November love prediction. What can you expect in your love life in the month of November? Pile 2. Unhappy in your current partnership. What is next for you? Passion. Someone's coming in and offering you some physical intimacy here. Oh my gosh, passion. We've got romance now. Yeah, someone is making you a love offer. Someone's coming in. You may feel a little bit confused, like, can I trust it? I would say yes, from what I'm seeing. If there's new love coming in November, if you're resonating with that. The balance card, it could be a soulmate connection or a divine counterpart, maybe even a twin flame if you're open to that. I know that's a little bit testy for some people. Bottom of the deck, we have forgiveness. So yeah, I feel like you're just leaving it behind. Like, you're forgiving your partner for the sake of yourself, and you're putting yourself first. Like, everything you're doing is for your highest good, and that is beautiful, Pile 2. That is beautiful energy. And again, like, no one has a right to judge you, you know, because they haven't walked in your shoes, Pile 2. Worthiness. Like, yes, like, you're understanding your worth, you know, like, you've done the healing, you've you know, worked on your self-love here, and you're understanding that you are always unconditionally loved by the universe. You're a child of spirit, like you deserve, and you're holding those firm boundaries. You're making people, you know, respect you. Bottom of the deck, resolving conflict. So, like, yeah, you're forgiving someone who made you feel difficult to love, you know, like, you're just forgiving it and letting it go for your highest good. Yeah, if someone isn't stepping up, then they are out the door. You know, like, you're only welcoming in love now that is of your highest good. You understand your worth now, Pile 2, and that's the name of the game. Like, everything is about self-love now. We've got meditation, clarity, clear thinking. It may be that, you know, through that divine guidance, that is how you get over that tower moment. You know, that's how you get over that ending, is that you connect to spirit and you understand, like, this is why this is happening now. I just feel like there's an acceptance of what is, and through accepting what is, that's how you transform the situation, right? Yeah, a truth is coming to light. This has come out a lot in the November predictions. I feel like spirit is like bringing everything to the light, so that, because we're coming to the end of the calendar year, right? And so when January comes, it's like clean slate time, you know? Spirit is like, let's get this stuff out now so it doesn't carry over into the new year. Like, let's get rid of it. Like, the truth has to come to the light. And if you've been holding back from telling someone, like, I'm done, then that's coming out. We have nostalgia, memories, ex, childhood. Yeah, I do think that a lot of memories are going to come up, you know, when this ending happens. I think for others of you, someone from your childhood can be returning, and that could be that new person that's coming in and offering you this passionate new beginning and love. So it's definitely going to vary for some of you. Could also be both messages. It says, caution, be careful, red flags, don't rush. Yeah, it definitely feels like you've learned your lesson about rushing into partnerships. You know, you're taking your time to build that solid foundation with the Page of Pentacles. Slow and steady wins the race. If you want to build something lasting, you have to take your time with it. And then we have forgiveness here, releasing negativity and good intention. So you've gotten forgiveness like twice now. You know, you're forgiving and moving on for your benefit. You've also got balance again as well. So with the balance card here, again, like attracting a soulmate, a divine counterpart, you know, the divine masculine to your divine feminine, or, you know, vice versa. And with even ground, like building that solid foundation. We also have universe, trust in the universe and divine timing. That message has also been coming up a lot throughout all the groups here. It's a matter of faith. Like in love, it's always a matter of faith. Like, I think that's why love readings are so popular, because we feel like we have more control over like our career and our personal self-development, you know, but when it comes to love, that's where we feel like we lack the most control. And that's where people are like, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Because we don't feel like we have as much control over our love life as we do other areas of our life. And so that's why, you know, love requires the most faith. Pile 2, please spirit, unhappy in their current partnership, chemistry, strong magnetic attraction. Yeah, I feel like a lot of you are lacking in a relationship where there is physical intimacy, and like you deserve, again, like you shouldn't have to make concessions, like you deserve the full package. Calling in your soulmates, we just talked about that. You got the balance card twice, and I said that was about divine counterparts. So calling in your soulmate, your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. That Tower ending is bringing in your soulmate. 10 of Cups. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart and give and receive for the highest of all. We've said that over and over again. You're only accepting connections that are of your highest good. Okay. Pile 2, I love, love, love everything about this reading for you all. Let's end your reading now with the Spirit Cat message. It says balance. Oh no, what did I put this in? There's like ink on it. Okay, I don't know how that happened. All right, I think I cleared it off now. Meet Vero Tiptoe Sky. She can balance perfectly with an inner precision and assurance. She leans one way and then the other, constantly adjusting and learning where her center lies. She understands the dichotomies: work and play, togetherness and solitude, inner reflection and outward expression, striving and letting go, accepting and changing, freedom and discipline, reason and intuition, spiritual expansion and grounding. They go on and on. Let Vero help you see what areas of your life are out of balance and what shifts you can make to return to a graceful equilibrium. I mean, you've gotten balance 3 times now. Yeah. Pile 2. And this was your reading. Thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you. Don't forget to let me know in the comments if you like this format or if you prefer the old way of doing these readings. Please consider liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing, hitting the notification bell so you always know when I upload. The easiest way to support the channel is to watch the ads. I would like to express so much gratitude towards everyone who's been supporting the channel thus far. I appreciate you so much. It's been really exciting to see our community grow. And yeah, I'm wishing you the very best in the month of November. You deserve the very best. You're worthy and deserving of the highest good in your love life, and please remember that you are calling in your soulmate. Pile 2. I will see you all in my next one. Take care. Hi Pile 2, last but not least, those of you who are happy or at least content in your current partnership and you have no plans on leaving at this time, this is your love prediction for the month of November. So we have the 10 of Pentacles, we have the 7 of Pentacles, we have the 5 of Swords, we have the Queen of Pentacles, and we have the 8 of Swords. We also have past life relationship. I had the feeling that I've known you. Actually, I felt like you knew me. Your souls know each other from previous lifetimes and you have been with this person together before. There is an instant attraction and recognition on a soul level. We also have Let's Build Together building blocks. This card is a sign that you will attract a solid relationship. Already established relationships will be more stronger. Both of you are laying out an honest, strong, and genuine foundation. Okay, so the second part of that card is very relevant for you all, right? It feels like with the 7 of Pentacles here, like you're trying to get from the 7 to the 10 because this was your bottom of the deck energy. So you guys definitely, I feel like for the month of November, there's a real focus on building your financial stability here. So there are certain financial goals that you all want to meet. So maybe you want to go on a nice vacation together, or you know, you're wanting to, if you own a home, maybe you're wanting to put in new windows on your house. You know, maybe your roof needs repairing, or you want to paint the house, or you know, you're still buying furniture, or you want to redecorate a room, and this takes money, right? Maybe you two want to have children, but you want to save and have a nice cushion before you start to, you know, try to get pregnant, that kind of thing. Or you're saving up money for an adoption because adoption is very expensive. There's some sort of financial goal. Or maybe you're working on a promotion or they're working on a promotion, you want to start a business together. So many possibilities, right? Because this is a general reading, but it definitely feels like the focus is on finances in the month of November. Like you guys are working on your financial goals together, and there may also be, with the Eight of Swords and the Five of Swords here, I actually want to get some clarifiers for this. Can we clarify the Five of Swords here, please, Spirit? Can we clarify this Five of Swords? The Ace of Cups. Ooh, okay. If you feel like you've been fighting for your partner's attention a little bit, or if you know you've been the one neglecting the partnership a bit, maybe in the month of November, like as you guys are both busy trying to save money, make more money, there's a point where you're like, you know what? We need to spend some time together. Like, we need to focus on the romance a little bit, you know? Like, we need to fill up each other's cup. Like, it can't be all work and no play. Like, yes, we have these goals, but we still need to make time for love and romance, which I like to see that. This could also be talking about, like, you need some time out for yourself as well, so don't neglect your self-care in the month of November. Can we clarify this Eight of Swords? What is this Eight of Swords talking about? What is this Eight of Swords talking about here? Please, Spirit. Three of Pentacles. Okay. There may be some fears that are coming up around money. And so maybe like if you are wanting a new job or you want a new promotion or you're wanting to start a new business and you're just feeling like you're not good enough or you're not worthy enough, you don't believe in yourself, or you're trying to start a new budget and you're worried you're not going to be able to stick to it, you're very capable, okay? And your partner, this is a card of collaboration. You and your partner are working together as a team to achieve this goal. And so I feel like this is going to make your partnership so much stronger. Your connection is going to be so much stronger because you're going to be accomplishing these goals together, and you're going to understand that you guys are so much stronger together than you are apart. And also, I feel like this is just a side message, like, hey, just so you know, like, this is a spiritual connection. Like, it's very beautiful, right? Like, you have the spiritual side, and then you also have this grounded, practical side of, like, you guys make a great team. So I feel like, you know, there's just reassurance here that you are with, you know, the right person, and that you can build a long-term happy future with them, which is nice. All right, so pile 2, your love life in the month of November. What do we need to know? Pile 2, for those of you happy, self-love. That's that Ace of Cups again. Like, you still got to remember to tune into that relationship with yourself, okay? We have open up. I feel like as you love yourself more, you feel safer to open up. And so there may be something that, especially with the Eight of Swords here, like maybe you're afraid to admit to your partner that you're a little bit afraid of like this new endeavor that you guys are trying out, or you have some fears or concerns, especially if you're starting a new business. You can open up to your partner. Like, they do want to support you emotionally. Yeah, like you're worried that they're gonna, especially if you have some new ideas, you may be worried that they're going to reject you, or, you know, they're not going to want to take your ideas into consideration. And yeah, that's your own limiting belief. That's not coming from your partner. Okay, so that's definitely something that you're going to have to work through loving yourself more, but it's not coming from your partner. Your partner's not going to judge you for having fears. Your partner's not going to reject your ideas. Like, this is definitely just an internal fear that you have, that you just need to work through, because your partner's not going to reject you. Okay, we have the Gardener. Yeah, like you guys are trying to grow your abundance here. You're trying to grow your financial stability here. There's definitely like some seeds that you're wanting to plant, and you're wanting to grow in abundance. Yeah, this definitely feels like you're focused on your finances in the month of November. The distorted feminine. Yeah, like you don't have to, and bottom of the deck is the distorted masculine. Like, you don't have to feel like your opinions aren't valid, or like your emotions aren't valid. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can speak up and share your fears with your partner. Like, they're not going to judge you for it, and they're not going to view you as any less strong. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay if you have some reservations, or if you have some fears, or if you get a little bit scared that you're not going to meet your goal. Like, that's normal. That's okay. And your partner is there to support you. Okay, let's get some more messages here. Pile 2, those of you who are happy or at least content in your current partnership, your love life in the month of November. Wow. We have set goals. This is not the time to focus on love, babe. Set your goals and crush them. Love will find you when you least expect it, so don't go searching for it. You guys are already in a partnership. So, you know, we don't take these cards like super literally, but it's just reaffirming to us that, you know, in the month of November, it's really about your financial goals and your stability and working together as a team to achieve those goals. Pile 2, those of you who are happy or at least content in your current partnership, November 2022, what can you expect? What can you expect? Kind of looking for a jumper here rather than a card that flips over. This wants to come out though. Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. Are some of you still thinking about a past partner? I kind of wonder, for some of you, did a past partner make you feel lesser than, or like you weren't good enough, or you weren't competent, or there was a goal that you would never achieve? And that you still carry that with you, even though your current partner is very supportive? Yeah, if there's some limiting belief that you have that affects your self-confidence that comes from an ex, you need to let that go, because that's not, and you can't also, don't punish your current partner for the mistakes of your ex. That's coming through as well. You know, don't hold them accountable. And then we have worth waiting for, divine timing. Yeah, I feel like the goal that you're setting is going to take time to achieve. And bottom of the deck, we have trust. It is going to take time for you to achieve that goal, but that doesn't mean that you aren't going to meet it, okay? Like, it doesn't mean that you're not going to find success. It just may take longer than what you're initially expecting, but don't view that as a rejection. Don't view that as the universe isn't supporting you in your goal. You guys will get there as long as you continue to work together and support each other, and let go of those limiting beliefs, because it's really coming from your own internal fears. It's not coming from your partner. You may be projecting that onto your partner, to be honest. And if that's the case, you know, just be mindful of it. You know, we all do it at some point. You know, we all project. None of us is immune to that. Okay, we have healing. Yeah, like there's some inner work that needs to be done, and I think it may be because an ex was a jerk to you and, you know, made you feel like you weren't good enough in some manner. And you are. Pile 2, you can achieve whatever you want to. I feel like that was just my hand messing up. Pile 2. We have social media. Some of you are wanting to do something that involves social media in some regard, especially like if you want to start a new business, or maybe you're wanting to start a YouTube channel, or like an Etsy store, or like something on Instagram. Like you would promote your business through social media. Something like that could be significant for some of you. We have dreams, divine guidance, believe and pay attention. Believe in your dreams, like believe in your goals, believe you can achieve what you want to achieve, like you are good enough. Like that message is coming through so strongly. And I feel like in the month of November, finances, dreams, goals, like that's all a theme, but also self-love and believing in yourself, and don't hold yourself back. And, you know, open up to your partner about your fears, because they're there to support you. You don't have to carry this weight on your own. Okay, so pile 2, this is your spirit cat message to end your reading. We have balance. Meet Vero Tiptoe Sky. She can balance perfectly with an inner precision and assurance. She leans one way and then the other, constantly adjusting and learning where her center lies. She understands the dichotomies, work and play, togetherness and solitude, inner reflection and outward expression. Striving and letting go, accepting and changing, freedom and discipline, reason and intuition, spiritual expansion and grounding. They go on and on. Let Vero help you see what areas of your life are out of balance and what shifts can make you return to a graceful equilibrium. Balance, okay? So pile 2, this was your reading. I hope it resonated. I hope you enjoyed it. Please consider liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing, hitting the notification bell so you always know when I upload. The easiest way to support the channel is to watch the ads. I would like to express so much gratitude and appreciation towards everyone who's been supporting the channel thus far. It's been really exciting to see our community grow. I'm wishing you all the very best in love and in your financial goals and in your personal self-development. And yeah, take care of yourself, pile 2. You deserve it, and I will see you all in my next one. Hi pile 3 singles, welcome to your reading. So we have the Moon card, we have the 3 of Wands, we have the 2 of Cups, we have the 4 of Wands, we have reunion. It says, this card stands for reunion with your family and friends. There is a feeling of harmony and celebration. Significant people from your childhood and or past lives could be coming back into your life for a particular reason. We also have soulmate. Yes, this person is your soulmate. There is a strong spiritual bond between you and this person. This card also pertains to new friendships with kindred souls and attracting the right people. We also have retreat. Disconnect from the outer world a bit in order to sort out how you feel about a certain situation or person. Make time for yourself now. This will help you gain more clarity. Okay. This looks very positive, pile 3. I will also say, if you feel like you're between sections, or if you feel drawn to watch more than one section of this reading, feel free to do so. But anyway, going into November, I feel like you're kind of dipping your toe in the dating scene with the Moon card. Like, there's a lot of uncertainty. You know, like you're not sure how it's gonna go. So maybe some of you are contemplating like, should I, make a dating profile on a dating app, or someone approaches you with a love offer, like, do you wanna go out on a date with me? And you're considering it, but there is a sense of like, yeah, I might be scared of putting myself back out there. I might be scared of taking that plunge and starting to date again, or I might be a little bit hesitant about opening my heart up to a particular person. But even though I'm scared, I'm gonna do it anyway. With the 3 of Wands, like I'm gonna do it anyway. And that's definitely the right decision here, okay? Because you're really kind of balancing putting yourself out there and still taking time for yourself. You're not getting so caught up in dating that you lose yourself entirely. And, it seems like some of you could be reuniting with a soulmate, someone that you share a past life connection with. I mean, soulmate reunion, hello. And you may be meeting this person through friends or at some sort of events, a public place where there's lots of people, or through family and friends, or this person like you used to know them in childhood and you're reconnecting with them later. This could be like randomly running into someone that you went to high school with at a restaurant and you're like, whoa, especially, if you guys went your separate ways, like you moved to different states, or even if this person like moved to another country or something dramatic, that could be a thing as well. Because there's kind of this energy to your group of like serendipity. There's a little bit of energy of that, of like the right people coming into your life in a very magical way at the right time. That's what it feels like. Because this could even be like you meet a new friend, and through that friendship, you end up meeting your soulmate. This could also talk about soul family, not just romantic love, but soul level friendships coming into your life as well, or even, people that you're meant to be in business with. So I just feel like on the whole, like, yes, there's a lot of uncertainty here and maybe some fears, but because you're being brave enough to still put yourself out there, you're being rewarded. And you're being rewarded with healthy, happy connections that are, mutual feelings here. Like, your energy is reciprocated. You could also be meeting someone, again, like with Four of Wands, this could be meeting someone at a celebration or a public event of some sort, where there's a lot of people around. This could also be that you're meeting the person that you will eventually, get married to, if that resonates, or a life partner. So yeah, I mean, it looks very positive. I do think that there may be a period, like if you do meet a soulmate connection, you could be a bit confused or a little bit overwhelmed about, your feelings, like, why am I so strongly attracted to this person? Especially if you've been single for a while, you may question it or doubt it. And so I think taking some time out by yourself, connecting with your inner guidance, that will help you gain clarity and see the spiritual connection of this, relationship. But you're definitely putting yourself out there more with the Three of Wands. Like, you're getting out of your house, you're socializing more. Like you're getting out of your shell. There's an energy here of you getting out of your, little cocoon. Like, I really like the energy of this Pile 3. It feels very sweet. And just because, like, you meet a soulmate connection in the month of November, it doesn't mean that automatically you're going to be dating and it's going to be super serious. Like, you can still ease yourself into it. You can still develop a friendship first. Like, you can do things based upon your comfort level. This person's definitely going to respect that. Oh my gosh, soul connection. Okay, definitely, like soul family reunions, soul level friendships. If you want a romantic soulmate and you've been trying to call that in, we've got like confirmation really 3 times. So that's exciting. Well, Pile 3, I'm so happy for you. Like, so happy for you. Yeah, letting go of control issues, because this could be like a fear-based response. Like if you're really uncertain and, you're kind of scared of your own emotions and your own feelings, you may try to control the situation. You may try to either, you can be like avoidant to control a situation, or you can be clingy to avoid a situation, right? To control a situation, you can be clingy. People have different methods of trying to control a situation. And this is just saying, like, just be mindful of that. Like, don't let the fear control you, and don't let your fears make you act out of character. Because, yeah, it is scary, when you have those intense emotions for someone, especially when it's a soulmate connection, and especially if you've never been in a soulmate connection before, it can feel really overwhelming. Like, I've never felt a love like this. I don't know why I'm so attracted to them. Kind of that like love at first sight energy. Like, until you've experienced it, you may never think it's real, right? And it's because it's a spiritual connection, there's no like logic or rational reason why you feel as strongly as you do, because especially if you're like, I don't even know them that well, or it's been so long since I've talked to them, or I didn't feel this way for them in the past, why do I feel this way now? Sometimes our soulmates are hidden from us, and we're meant to go our separate ways, grow, mature, evolve, and then when we come back together, we're awakened to the spiritual connection that is there and the soulmate connection. So, it's confusing, it's overwhelming, and it's understandable, and I think just be kind and gentle to yourself with this process. And just be mindful when those fears come up. Don't let them control you. Just say, thank you, ego, for trying to protect me, and keep it moving. Oh my gosh, the fear card, Spirit is like, tell them. Spirit, I've been saying it's going to be confusing, and there's the confusion card. Yeah, like if you've never felt a love like this, it can be overwhelming, but just have trust. Have trust that there's a reason why you were awakened to this soulmate connection. Like, I feel like, especially with the way this card is worded, where it says, yes, this is your soulmate. Like, the answer is yes, you know, like, don't worry about it. Don't overthink it. Just let it flow. Let it evolve organically. Like, it's all gonna be all right. But I just think that, yeah, it's scary. It's very scary when you meet someone and you feel that intensity of a connection, especially if you're someone who is more connected to like your logical, rational side, and to, you know, be that much in your feelings may feel very foreign. You know, you may not recognize yourself. And soulmate connections too. Oh my gosh, the distorted masculine. Yep. Some of you guys are, it doesn't matter your gender, some of you guys are way more comfortable in your logical, rational minds, and when those feelings take over, you're like, oh man, why am I catching feelings? You know, like you, like catching feelings, like you treat it like it's a sickness, you know? And, you know, even if you logically want to meet your forever person, when it actually happens, it can still spark fears, and it can spark fears that were buried, you know, that are subconscious, and that maybe you weren't even aware of that you had. And, you know, there's probably a fear of losing this person, of messing it up, a fear that this person will hurt you, and all of that is normal, but it shouldn't stop you from pursuing it. With the dating card, it shouldn't stop you from pursuing it. So, you know, you can be afraid and still open up your heart, and that's okay. And definitely, like, some of you are being presented with a love offer. You know, someone is asking you out on a date in the month of November, or you may have multiple love offers as well, and you may not understand like why you're so drawn to this one particular person, and why, you know, you're not interested in these other people that you usually would be interested in. You know, there's something about this person that is very special, and it's because of that soul connection. Pile 3 singles, what do they need to know? Pile 3 singles. We have, this is just a separate message. We have workout, it's time to change up. Work out, eat well, sleep well. You'll thank me later once you start to see the rewards of your hard work. I wonder if some of you guys are meeting this person at the gym, or like when you're working out outside. Oh, I see, get outside. Spending more time in nature will help you take the pressure off of love and remind you that life is beautiful even in gloomy days. Yeah, some of you guys are gonna meet this person when you start to engage in like self-love, self-care practices. And again, like you get out of your house, you get out in nature, you know, you're being physically active, you know, you're getting out of your normal routine. And sometimes a lot of this too is just showing spirit that you're open to the energy of change. If this isn't something you typically do, it could be showing spirit that you're open to the energy of change as well. And I think also, not getting so overwhelmed with this connection that you neglect other areas of your life. So still take your time for self-care. And then we have golden opportunities. Keep an open mind to opportunities. They are closer than you think. One opportunity used wisely can change your life dramatically. So again, like the right people are coming into your life. The right sort of connection is coming into your life. Bottom of the deck, we have true love. True love is like a tattoo. It will leave an imprint on your heart that will last forever. True love never dies. Yeah. And even looking at this card here, it says your mirror. Whatever you believe to be true, your lover will mirror back to you. Get to know what's really going on inside of you to confront your fears. And that happens sometimes with soulmate connections, because we are meant to grow and learn and evolve from all of our connections, not just karmic relationships. And so, you know, if you see your own self-worth and believe that you're worthy and deserving of your soulmate, I think that will also help this as well. But it seems like you're aligning with the energy of true love, which is beautiful. Okay, pile 3 singles. I have my phone charging, and so the cord is like cutting across here, so I don't have a lot of space to shuffle my cards. So give me a second here. I gotta be a little bit careful not to knock over our little setup we've got going on. All right, Pile 3 singles, your love life in the month of November 2022. Pile 3 singles, what do we need to know? Communication, text, call, unblock, reach out. Some of you may have a message from someone that you just haven't responded to, and Spirit is saying like that was a golden opportunity that because of your fear or your confusion you haven't acted upon it, and you need to reach back out to that person. So especially like if you have someone from your past who's like sent you a message and you haven't responded, go ahead and respond to them. Also with communication though, I feel like you and this soulmate are definitely going to be talking a lot on the phone. This could also signify that this is a long distance connection. And especially if this starts off online, you know, whether it's social media or a dating app or whatever, I definitely feel like you'll be calling and texting each other a lot of quality conversations in your future. And you may be like, you know, I'm not someone who talks this much. I'm not someone who, you know, is in communication this much with someone romantically. And so it's just very new to you, I feel like. Yep, like this action's from a place of fear, this ego. Like your ego is gonna be, your ego's gonna be flaring up a bit. And you just have to say like, thank you ego, but we've got this, you know, like thank you for trying to protect me, but it's time for me to open myself back up to love. Like it's time to be open. So I think just be mindful of your emotions, check in with yourself, and be able to recognize when it's your intuition versus your fear speaking. Yeah, there's some internal conflict here, and I do think that this soulmate connection is going to help you heal as well. It's going to be a very like cozy, comforting, mutually loving, mutually supportive connection. But when you've never known a love like that, you can be really suspicious of it, right? And I had another group have this message, but like don't blame, yeah, it's emotionally stirring up feelings in you that you haven't felt in a long time. And, you know, don't blame your soulmate or hold your soulmate accountable for the mistakes of your past partners or your past, you know, romantic entanglements. Social media. Yep, this could definitely be starting online, 100%. And maybe you're watching someone online, or maybe your person is a public figure, or again, maybe this starts out on a dating app, or they message you on Instagram, something like that. So just take what resonates. Okay. Let's see. Pile 3, singles, November 2022. Pile 3, singles, November 2022. What do we need to know about your love life? Pile 3, singles. Let's see, separation, time apart from your partner is on the horizon. I feel like for some of you, this really is someone from your past. And again, not an ex, but just someone that you knew in the past that you've had a separation from. Because with soulmates, like sometimes they are people from our youth, you know, whether it's like high school, middle school, whatever, and we get separated from them. We're meant to grow and evolve, and then you come back together later and it's like, really, this person? And Spirit is like, yes, this person. We have, it is safe for you to love, open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. And this could also signify potentially like a long distance connection as well. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Yeah, like don't let your fears keep you from playing the game. Like don't let your fears keep you from exploring a potentially beautiful connection. Yes, you got soulmate and wedding. Oh my goodness. Yes, this is your soulmate. See, it's the same language. Yes, this is your soulmate. And then we have wedding. This situation involves wedding. So you could be marrying your soulmate in the future and, you know, meeting them in the month of November. So, I mean, you've gotten soulmate several times now. Yeah, I definitely feel like it's just about putting yourself out there and not being afraid. Because it is. It's a lot. It's definitely a lot, pile 3. I'm not minimizing that. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at your Spirit Cat Oracle message here. It says bliss. Meet Camellia. She is in full bloom, radiating delight. When something challenging happens, we often ask ourselves, what can we learn from this? Camellia is here to remind us to not overlook the possibility that some of life's most poignant lessons come from moments of ecstatic bliss. What makes your body, mind, and soul ring with joy? How can you connect to the golden thread of meaning and let it weave its way through your life? This is an invitation to embrace all that is marvelous in your life. Let bliss overcome you as you bask in the limitless love of a million sunrises. So not all lessons are painful, right? Like, we can learn from joyful experiences. And I think that's so important to acknowledge in the spiritual community, because we focus a lot on like karmic lessons and like learning through painful experiences and learning how to rebuild after the tower and all this. But your lessons can come from happiness and joy and love and romance. And remember how I said, like, this person may be a mirror and they may be sparking some fear in you, but it's not painful. Like, it doesn't have to be. It's just like, yes, it's sparking fear in you, but it's learning through true love. And even just this part here where it says the golden thread of meaning, it's making me think of the song Invisible String by Taylor Swift. She's talking about, a golden thread connecting her and, her current boyfriend. I think his name is Joe. Her current boyfriend, and they've been together for a while now. It reminds me of the red string of fate, which is soulmate connection, right? Like, there's a golden thread already connecting you to this soulmate. And so what can you learn by following that golden thread? What can you learn by opening yourself up to loving this soulmate? So, pile 3, this was your reading. Thank you so much for letting me do this for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it resonated. I hope it brought you the clarity that you needed. And yeah, let me know in the comment section if you like this format, because if you do, then I will make sure I film the December love prediction in the same way. And yeah, please consider liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing, hitting the notification bell so you always know when I upload. The easiest way to support the channel is to watch the ads. Thank you all so much for all the support and love and encouragement that I've seen in the comments section. I greatly appreciate it. It's very helpful to me to keep going with this. And yeah, I will see you all in my next one, wishing you the very best in love, not only in November, but for all of time. And I will see you all in my next one. Take care, pile 3. Hi, pile 3. So for those of you who are dating or in a complicated situationship, things are unclear, welcome to your November love prediction. Now, if you feel like you're drawn to more than one section, or you feel like more than one section applies to your current situation, feel free to watch more than one section within pile 3. But anyway, we have Judgment, we have the Two of Swords, we have the Devil card, we have the King of Pentacles, we have the Star, and we have the Six of Pentacles. We also have Rigid. There are invisible walls around you preventing love to come in. In order to experience love, you need to open yourself up and let your guard down. I always say, in order to experience true love, you have to be open to the risk of heartbreak, right? Like, you can't expect to have anything beyond a superficial connection if you're not actually emotionally vulnerable and opening yourself up, right? It's about trusting the right person. We have In the Now. Being in the now is important for your love life at this moment. Release any expectations or worries about your future. Only in the now can you manifest and influence your current love situation. We also have manifest your soulmate. Light a pink candle while you visualize your soulmate. Prayers and wishes are very important for you right now. This card also indicates that your manifestation will come into reality soon. If you're trying to manifest your soulmate, being in the present moment is definitely very helpful. I feel like for a lot of you here, with the Judgment card, you've either had this experience in the past or you're experiencing it now where you've had karmic connections that were just codependent, unhealthy, toxic, and you're like, I've worked on myself, with the Star card. I have learned how to love myself. I've learned how to value myself. I understand the importance of a balanced, healthy connection, and I'm ready for a good karmic relationship, and so with the Two of Swords here, like, you're very closed off with this rigid wall too. You're very closed off because you don't want to repeat the past. You want your soulmate. You don't want any more toxic, unhealthy, codependent relationships that are affected by addiction. Like, you don't want any of that. You only want what is healthy. And so I feel like for many of you, you're either wanting to attract a King of Pentacles or you yourself are the King of Pentacles. This is divine masculine energy. This is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. This is someone who is practical, someone who's very down to earth, someone who has their ducks in a row, someone who is stable in their life, has a stable financial position, has something to offer to the table, someone who is very safe and stable, and someone who helps you feel comfortable, right? And so this may be you. Like, you may be someone who owns their own home and has a really good job and, is very structured and disciplined, and, you're wanting your equal match. You're wanting someone to share all of your abundance and wealth with. You have this beautiful table and no one to eat dinner with, that kind of vibe. So just take whatever resonates. Some of you may be the King of Pentacles. Others of you are wanting a partner like this. So, always take what resonates. But I think ultimately you're on the path to manifesting your soulmate, but there's still more work to do, right? Like, if you have any residual devil energy in your life, you've got to cut that out. You've got to maybe be less guarded and be more open, staying in the present moment, not letting your past dictate your future, that kind of thing. So I feel like you're on the right track, but there's still a little bit more work to do. Now let's find out some more information here. Pile 3, dating or in a complicated situationship. Let's find out. Some of you may have just ended with the Star card. Some of you may have just ended a very toxic relationship. We've got patience, divine timing. You got to be patient, stay in the present moment. Trust that you're going to receive this blessing of your soulmate when you are meant to. When you are ready. Yep. Like that fear of rejection, you've got to let that go. And also continue to say no to things that you know are not of your highest good. 100%. Don't let some people from the past, a toxic ex, come back again. Don't say yes to breadcrumbs from people. We're wanting the real deal. We're in a mature energy, and, we're only accepting people. We're not coming off of our pedestal for anybody. That message came up in another group too, but you're not taking off your crown. I'm not lowering myself and my standards and my worth to accommodate you. If anything, you should be stepping up to me. The sacred woman. Yeah, some of you are in that mystic energy, honoring your divine femininity, and most of you probably are a woman watching this, given that we've gotten this card, but this could also signify that you're wanting to attract a sacred woman, like someone who is spiritually aligned, someone who is good for your soul, someone who has good karma because they're a good person, like wanting a pure-hearted person because you yourself are a pure-hearted person. You know, the green heart chakra here, like someone who is in alignment with the energy of true love, with commitment here. Someone who is emotionally mature, someone who knows what they want. You know, swans mate for life. So that's kind of the energy here. We have abundance as your bottom of the deck, like wanting someone who adds to your life, not someone who takes from it. So all of this is what you can manifest. But it's just a matter of opening yourself up to it and saying no to these repeating past cycles. Like we're just not, you know, we're not letting our ex come back. We're not falling back in line with, you know, the same energy, different person. Like we're not doing that. You know, new person, same BS. We're not doing that. We're saying no to that. Okay, pile 3, dating in a complicated situationship, November, love life. So if you have a situationship that is, to you, you know, it feels toxic, codependent, unhealthy in some manner, I would consider, like, how is that preventing you from bringing in your soulmate? We have angel with love. Trust that your love life is being divinely guided and protected. Your angels know exactly how much information you can handle right now. So there may be something coming up in your love life that we're just not meant to know about right now. For whatever reason, Spirit is saying, like, some of this stuff needs to remain hidden from you. You know, some of this stuff just, you don't need to know yet. We've got wise up. Begin to understand the truth of a situation, even if it's difficult and painful. Spend some time alone to help bring clarity and make peace with them. Some of you need to wise up to some of the toxic behaviors with these people that you're dating, or the person that you're in a situationship with. You know, some of them are not being truthful. Maybe they're hiding something from you. We have obsession. This is the devil card all day long. It says addicted to you. Is it love, obsession, or infatuation? Ask yourself if you can slow down or not allow thoughts of them to consume you and just let love naturally unfold. Yeah, some of you may have an unhealthy attachment to someone, or someone else could have an unhealthy attachment to you, and you know it's unhealthy, but you just haven't been able to let it go for whatever reason. And so I think for some of you, a soulmate is wanting to come in, but you have to cut out what isn't serving you. Or, you know, like I said, some of the behaviors or the beliefs that aren't serving you with those rigid walls. Like, it's good to have healthy boundaries, but when are those boundaries walls, you know? It's a delicate balance, right? 6 of Pentacles, it's about a balance. And who are you allocating your time, love, energy, and affection towards? We have universe, trust in the divine timing. That's manifestation all day long, you know? That's always, I think, going to be a repeating message, you know, in these love readings. We've got healing here, difficult self-truths, acknowledgement, and inner work. Yeah, I think this is part of it, you know, is that you're going to have to learn how to hold healthy boundaries and maintain them, but without being emotionally guarded, you know, without being closed off to love. You know, not everyone is going to hurt you. And just because you've experienced nonsense in the past doesn't mean that cycle has to continue to persist. But if you don't ever take some time for inner reflection, and not to say that you haven't, but if you avoid anything emotional and throw yourself into maybe like your work or something like that, then you can expect that same cycle to repeat, right? Or if you fixate on what hasn't worked, or you avoid feeling the sadness, that can make it worse, right? When you repress those emotions. So, you know, if you're feeling this way, just know it's part of the healing process. We have travel, adventures, new places, and experiences. Some of you could benefit from getting away for a little while. You know, like just take a trip, take a solo trip. If you feel safe to do that, take a solo trip and just reconnect with yourself. It could be highly beneficial at this time. Pile 3, dating or in a complicated situationship. What do we need to know about their love life in the month of November, please, Spirit? We've got free yourself. Yeah, it's time to take control of your life. Free yourself from the chains of the devil. You know, the devil card always signals that we can walk away from that energy at any time that we want to, right? It's something unhealthy that you have willingly chained yourself to, but you can really walk away. That's why it's the card of addiction and codependency and things like that. So free yourself from that energy. Like, choose to walk away from what is unhealthy and toxic in your life. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So let your friends be a support system for you at this time. And then we have, it is safe for you to love. It's safe for you to let those walls come down. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So it is safe for you to love. It's just about giving your love to the right person and not continuing to, give love to people who don't reciprocate. Be mindful of who you're allocating your love and affection and attention and efforts to. And then we have, you deserve love. You are lovable. Never forget that, pile 3. Okay, let's look at your spirit cat message, and this will end your reading. So we have bliss. Meet Camellia. She is in full bloom, radiating with delight. When something challenging happens, we often ask ourselves, what can we learn from this? Camellia is here to remind us not to overlook the possibility that some of life's most poignant lessons comes from moments of ecstatic bliss. What makes your body, mind, and soul ring with joy? How can you connect to the golden thread of meaning and let it weave its way through your life? This is an invitation to embrace all that is marvelous in your life. Let bliss overcome you as you bask in the limitless love of a million sunrises. It's always darkest before the dawn, right? Like, light is coming back into your life. And you don't always have to learn from painful karmic connections. You can learn through love and joy and healthy connection and soulmate connections as well. And so the golden thread also makes me think, I mentioned this in the last reading, but it makes me think of Taylor Swift's song Invisible String and how she talks about a golden thread connecting her and her boyfriend before they ever met. And so it reminds me of the red string of fate. So believe your soulmate is out there and believe that love is worth the effort, okay? So pile 3, this was your reading. I hope it resonated. I hope it brought you comfort and clarity. Please consider liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing, hitting the notification bell so you always know when I upload. The easiest way to support the channel is to watch the ads. I would like to say a huge thank you to everyone who has been supporting the channel thus far. Let me know in the comments if you like this format for the love predictions, and I will see you all in my next one. Take care, pile 3. Hi pile 3, so if you're unhappy in your current partnership, this is your love prediction for the month of November. So we have the 7 of Wands as your bottom of the deck energy, we have the 3 of Swords, we have the Knight of Pentacles, we have the Hierophant, we have the 7 of Swords, as well as the 9 of Pentacles. For your Oracle cards, we have Let's Build Together, Building Blocks. This card is a sign that you will attract a solid relationship. Already established relationships will be more strong. Both of you are laying out an honest, strong, and genuine foundation. We have Take It Slow. Slow and steady wins the race. Don't rush into this connection and situation. Take your time to get to know each other. Let this connection unfold how it's meant to. Don't push anything. And then we have rigid. There are invisible walls around you preventing love to come in. In order to experience love, you need to open yourself up and let your guard down. So there are two different ways that I can interpret this, and it will definitely depend upon how salvageable you feel like your current partnership is. Now, if you're watching this and you're like, I am so done, I am just waiting for an opportunity to get out, like there's some sort of extenuating circumstance that is preventing me from leaving, like finances or children, something like that, but you want to get out. There's been too much heartbreak, you're exhausted, you've tried, and you feel like you're putting in all the effort and they're doing nothing, and this person is lying, cheating, betraying, they're an energy vampire, they're stealing your energy, they're offering you nothing, all they do is take and take and take. This could signal that someone new is coming in and offering you, could be love for sure. They could also be offering you practical advice that could help you get out of this situation, whereas before you felt stuck and trapped, right? So someone could be offering you an opportunity. So for example, let's say it's finances that are keeping you stuck in this situation. Someone can come to you and offer you a new job opportunity where you can make more money and you could financially, separate from this person. Someone could be offering you a place to live or a short-term loan, something like that, that could help you get out of this situation. Someone could also be offering you advice, about love that just really resonates and helps you see that you need to get out of this connection. So it could also represent that someone is, again, making you a love offer. I say that because we have building blocks and take it slow. So some of you could be leaving your current partnership for somebody else, but you're still taking it slow. You've learned your lesson about building a solid foundation before you rush into anything. And, you are still a bit guarded and you don't want to, repeat the same mistakes of your past. If that's the case, I do feel like you could have a very abundant relationship. I also feel like if it's finances that's keeping you stuck, just know that you can financially support yourself. It may take a while for you to build up from, the Knight of Pentacles, starting off with 1 pentacle to the 9, but you can do it. You are capable. For others of you, maybe you're like, we're just going through a rough patch right now. It's a tough cycle, but, I really want to stay with this person. I could see this becoming okay, let's see a marriage counselor, or let's see a relationship counselor, a family therapist. Let's see someone that can help us. Let's get some outside help. It could also be that this actual tarot reading ends up helping you in some manner. This could also be if you're religious, maybe going and seeing someone at the church, maybe they have some sort of peer support group, or maybe you get advice from your pastor, something like that. This could also look like getting help from older family members who have maybe been married for a long time. So someone in a position of authority to some extent, who can offer you advice or help, or someone who's just, older and wiser, with the Hierophant card. Now, with the building blocks and take it slow, it would mean yes, I'm going to open my heart up to this person, but I'm still going to be cautious because I remember the pain, and what has happened in the past. And, it's going to take some time to rebuild. If you decide to give this person another chance, you can't be the one putting in all the effort. And they're going to have to change their ways with the 7 of Swords. They cannot keep doing that, and they cannot keep breaking your heart. They have to be honest. They can't lie to you. They can't, continue to betray you. And so it's going to take time to rebuild trust. And they are going to have to be very cautious and mindful of your boundaries. And they're going to have to work to get through these walls because they're the reason why those walls are there. So yeah. Now, if you've hurt someone, and that's why, you guys are going through a rough cycle because, you're the one who maybe did some infidelity or something like that, no judgment. This is a safe space, but understand that it's going to take time. Like, if you want to continue to be in the connection, it's going to take time to rebuild what you broke, you know? Because there is deep pain here. So, and this could be mutual. Maybe you both have hurt each other. And if you want to stay in the connection, it's going to take time to rebuild. You know, this isn't going to happen overnight, and it is going to require some patience. So, you know, different situations, there's a lot of you watching, just apply it how it resonates. Okay, let's get into the rest of your oracle cards. So we are shuffling the rest on camera here. So pile 3, unhappy in your current partnership. What can you expect from your love life in the month of November? Pile 3. We have patience. Yeah, I feel like that's what we were talking about. Like, it's just going to take time to rebuild from that 7 of Swords. Like, if you choose to stay, it's going to take patience. With Spy here, it could be that, like, maybe, honestly, what I'm getting is that there's been some infidelity online. So, like, maybe you or your partner cheated via some sort of, like, social media app or dating app, or I don't want to get too dark into it, but there is a myriad of ways people can be unfaithful online. And that could definitely be something that has to be left in the past, because it can't continue. In order for the relationship to be sustainable, it cannot continue. And if someone's doing that to you, you can't accept that. They're going to have to change. Oh man, all the cards are like, yes, you cannot accept that. Let's get one more card. Yeah, self-love. Yeah, at the end of the day, like, you have to love yourself enough to know that if someone's doing this to you, you deserve so much better. You know, and if someone has been unfaithful to you, that has everything to do with them and their character, and nothing to do with your self-worth and your desirability and your attractiveness. You know, it has nothing to do with you. Nothing. It has to do with their maturity level. It's like between them and their God. You know what I mean? Like, that's between them and their karma. You know, it has nothing to do with you. Like, you deserve love. You are worthy of love. You are more than good enough. That's it. Like, if someone did this to you, you didn't deserve it, pile 3. And some of you, like, I may be telling you something that you haven't discovered yet, and if that's the case, then I am so sorry. Some of you may be watching this and you're suspicious that your partner is cheating on you, and I would say, like, if that's the case, use your intuition and listen to your own inner guidance. And, you know, if you feel like you need to get some evidence, I'll say this, and this is definitely from a Beyonce song. I think it's from Hold Up, but, you know, it's better to be crazy than to be stupid. You know, like, people want to say, like, I can't believe, like, you disrespected me and you invaded my privacy and you looked through my phone. Really? Because you cheated on me. Like, really? Like, what I've done to you is so minor considering the level of betrayal that you have. You're just mad that I found out. Let's just call it what it is. You're mad that I found out. You're mad that I intuitively picked up on your sneaky, shady behavior. And you're mad that I know that you cheated. And honestly, like, I could have just followed my intuition and left you without any hard evidence. You're lucky I cared enough to go through your phone, because if I didn't care, I wouldn't have looked through it, or your date or your online search history, whatever. You know, like, you're just mad that I found out and you want to call me crazy, but that's fine. At least I'm not stupid and ignorant in this situation. Like, come on. And man, like, blows my mind when people want to pull that card. Like, you're just deflecting blame. Like, you know what you did. I'm ranting now. I'm sorry. You deserve true intimacy. Like, you deserve to not settle for less. Like, you shouldn't have, as another group where I was like, you know, you shouldn't have to make all these concessions. And, you know, Beyonce ended up staying with Jay-Z. So I'm not saying, like, leave your partnership or whatever. You make your own decisions about this. But I will say, if you do decide to stay and someone has been unfaithful to you, they have to make the effort, okay? They have to make the effort. They have to show you that they're going to change, because you deserve the very best, pile 3. And we have the distorted feminine. So if you feel like you're staying in this out of codependency or fear of being alone or on your own, or maybe it's been a long time since you've been single and you're just scared, that's okay. But don't let your fears keep you in something that is toxic, unhealthy, and detrimental to your mental health and emotional well-being, okay? And again, like, you make this decision for yourself. I'm not telling you what to do. Spirit is not telling you what to do. But hopefully this reading will bring you the guidance that you need and the clarity that you need to, you know, decide for yourself, like, what your next steps are. Pile 3, unhappy in your current partnership. What can you expect in the month of November? Pile 3. Yes, like someone is being sneaky online. Someone is being sneaky, and you may be in a relationship where you feel like you have to go through their text messages. You have to go because they're shady. Like, I'm getting like really like personally like mad for you, angry for you if you're dealing with this, because it's so, I'm trying to think of the word. It's so, like, just be a man. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to leave, leave. Why all of the deception? Like, why are you with me? Or be a woman, you know what I mean? Like, whatever the case. We have timing, divine timing, and patience. There's something that is going to come to light. Like, if it's hidden now, there's something that's going to come to light that's going to help you make this decision. And Spirit is saying to, like, trust that everything that is happening is for your highest good, as hard as it may be currently. And if this is you doing this, you know, you're the one who is being unfaithful, ask yourself, how is that fair to the other person? We have relax, downtime, self-care, and take a break. I really feel like taking some time out for yourself, because you deserve it, is just going to be so healing, so beneficial. We do have leave, walk away, say goodbye, don't look back. If that resonates for you, I mean, there is Spirit giving you the green light to walk away. We have summer, June, July, August. So some of you, like, you've been dealing with this since the summertime. Some of you, this is saying, like, things are going to get better in the summer season, so just take what resonates. And then we have forgiveness at the bottom of the deck. Remember, forgiveness doesn't mean you have to keep them in your life. It just means that I'm forgiving you and I'm letting it go so that I can move on. And if you have been unfaithful to somebody else and you're the one who's been, like, in the Seven of Swords energy, forgive yourself, and then, you know, do your healing and understand that you need to treat people better in the future, or they will leave you. You know, like, no one's gonna stay in that forever. At least I hope no one stays in that forever. Oh, actually, I want to do this deck first. Pile 3, unhappy in your current partnership. Pile 3. Pile 3, unhappy in your current partnership. What do we need to know for your November love prediction? What is the advice or the guidance here for my pile 3s who are unhappy in their current partnership? False cravings. Don't let it get out of control. Emotional eating will not help you make peace with your internal distress, heal your triggers. Yeah, like, some of these, like, for some of you, like, the way that you're coping with this is in something that's unhealthy. Like, maybe you're eating too many sweets, or, you know, you're spending too much money to make yourself feel better. If you find yourself acting out of your normal character, and that your current partner is pushing you to that point because you're just so emotional and sad all the time because they keep hurting you repeatedly, that's a signal that something has to change, right? Like, you can't, and you can't also keep going back to something that temporarily makes you feel good. Because I had someone, it was actually my very first relationship, and they said something that stuck with me to this day. They said to me, Bethany, if I was awful all the time, if I was a jerk all the time, you wouldn't stay. And I was like, that's such a manipulative thing. Like, I know I have to just give you just enough hope that things are going to get better. I have to treat you nice just enough to get you to stay because I'm benefiting from this. But I'm not actually going to change. I'm not actually going to treat you well. I have full intent to continue to treat you like crap, but I'm going to give you enough hope to get you to stay. And so that may be like part of this cycle for you, pile 3. We have waiting. While you're waiting, ask yourself if they're really worth your time and risking missing out on other amazing people. Yeah, most of you, you're the one who was cheated on. You were the one who was lied to. I'm just so mad like for you all. Like I feel so, what's the word for it? I don't know. I just feel so... like you didn't deserve this, pile 3. We have happy times. You're entering a happier cycle. You did the work and overcame so much. Now it's your turn to receive in a major way. It's time. You've had enough lessons. This does feel like a karmic partnership, to be honest. I do think that if you're able to leave this person, you could enter into a happier cycle. This could signal like with enough work and time and effort on their part, you could enter into a happier cycle with this person. But again, kind of seems like to me, like maybe Spirit is saying it's time to consider leaving. But again, like it's ultimately up to you. We have angel with love. Trust that your love life is being divinely guided and protected. Your angels know exactly how much information you can handle right now. So there is something about your love life that is being hidden from you right now. And it's probably because Spirit understands that emotionally you're in a difficult position right now. And then we have friendship. Focus on building a friendship before becoming lovers. Get to know them for who they are without letting attraction get the better of you. Have patience. I feel like if you leave this person and you start dating again, friends to lovers is going to be the best way for you to, get into a serious connection again, because you're gonna have trust issues, right? Like it's inevitable. Like when you have been lied to and betrayed in that manner, of course you're gonna have boundaries. Of course you're gonna have walls up, like it's a normal response. Like if you've been lied to and cheated on and hurt and betrayed, of course you're gonna have walls up. Of course you're gonna be protective and defensive of yourself. And so I think building a solid foundation of friendship and building trust over time, would definitely help you with getting back into the dating scene. And I would say, even if you stay with this current partner, they're going to have to show you that they're going to be your friend as well as your lover. They're not going to hurt you again because they respect you in the same way that they would respect a friend that they really care about. So it's going to have to happen slowly over time, right? Like when you destroy something, it takes time to build it back up again, and they're going to have to be respectful of that. Okay, pile 3, unhappy in your current partnership. What can you expect in the month of November? Pile 3. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers and affirmations and visualizations help bring you two together. So some of you are meant to leave a karmic connection and call in your soulmate for sure. We have religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. I feel like your love life is very divinely guided. This could also signal that your next partner is of a different religion or cultural background than you, or they're not into spirituality and tarot cards and that kind of thing. Could also signal that you get really important messages about your love life through spiritual downloads, tarot readings, your dreams, that kind of thing. We have romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. I kind of wonder, like, if you've been lied to, bottom of the deck, release your ex. If you've been lied to so much and you decide to leave this connection, I kind of wonder if it's because you have a crush on somebody else and that person is your soulmate, or if your soulmate comes and like steals you away from this karmic partner, or if you break up with this karmic partner. Not to say they are karmic, I'm just saying if they are, by the end of November, you've attracted your soulmate or you've met your soulmate, that kind of thing. Okay. So let's go ahead and read your spirit cat message, and this will end your reading, pile 3. It says, bliss. Meet Camellia. She is in full bloom, radiating delight. When something challenging happens, we often ask ourselves, what can we learn from this? Camellia is here to remind us not to overlook the possibility that some of life's most poignant lessons come from moments of ecstatic bliss. What makes your body, mind, and soul ring with joy? How can you connect to the golden thread of meaning and let it weave its way through your life? This is an invitation to embrace all that is marvelous in your life. Let bliss overcome you as you bask in the limitless love of a million sunrises. I've mentioned this in all of pile 3's readings, but especially for you all because you got calling in your soulmate here. This reminds me of the Taylor Swift song Invisible String, where she talks about a golden thread connecting her and her boyfriend, right? And so it reminds me of the red string of fate with soulmates. And so this golden thread, like, instead of learning through pain and heartbreak and hurt, you're gonna start to learn through the experience of a soulmate connection that is loving and joyful. You know, like, all of your lessons don't have to come from painful experiences. You can learn from ecstatic bliss, right? And so I feel like the painful lessons are over. Yeah. And so again, like, you could be attracting your soulmate. So pile 3, this was your reading. I am so sorry that you are going through all of this. I hope that things improve. It seems like they will. Be gentle with yourself. Again, remember you have free will. And so you are completely and totally able to make whatever decision you feel is right within your heart. Thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you. Please consider liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing, hitting the notification bell so you always know when I upload. The easiest way to support the channel is to watch the ads. I would like to say a huge thank you to everyone who has been supporting the channel and being so encouraging and lovely and wonderful and sweet in the comments. It definitely helps me to keep going. And yeah, wishing you all the very best. I hope things improve. Remember, you are deserving of the full cake, not just breadcrumbs. You deserve the very best in love, and I hope you find it soon. Pile 3, take care. Hi Pile 3, welcome to your reading. So if you're happy or at the very least content in your current partnership, you have no plans on leaving at this time, this is your November love prediction. Now you can see it looks a little bit crowded. It's because you got a lot more tarot cards than the other groups. We have the 10 of Wands, we have the Knight of Pentacles, we also have the Knight of Cups, we have the 3 of Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles, we have the Wheel of Fortune clarified by the 5 of Swords. We have Justice and 6 of Wands. We also have soulmates and true love. The person you have in mind has pure love and good intentions for you. This person really loves you from the bottom of their heart. This relationship is based on genuine feelings for one another. And we have, yes, this person is your soulmate. There is a strong spiritual bond between you and this person. This card also pertains to new friendships with kindred souls and attracting the right people. Given that you also have manifest your soulmate, I think that you are currently with your true love, with your soulmate. But I think in the month of November, you could be attracting other people from your soul family, okay? You could be attracting like soul friendships, even a spiritual connection with a new pet. You could also be attracting work collaborators, okay? People who will help you achieve your dreams in terms of your career. So lots of good energy for you. I will say, I feel like with the 10 of Wands, like going into the month of November, I feel like you feel quite exhausted, tired, like you're carrying too much, you know, on your shoulders, and you've been kind of like all work and no play. And I feel like assistance is being brought into you so that you don't have to carry all of this on your own. So like you're struggling with all of these wands, but then someone comes in and offers you some sort of financial resource or some sort of work opportunity or promotion that helps you out. Someone offers you emotional support, and this could be coming from your partner 100%. But I feel like it's helping you in your job and helping you towards your career and financial goals with the 9 of Pentacles. So, you know, with Justice here and the Wheel of Fortune, there is some sort of fated event that is happening. And with the 5 of Swords and the 6 of Wands, I feel like you are destined to have some kind of victory in the month of November. And I feel like it's in relation to your career or your home life in some way. But you're destined to have success in some sort of area. And it kind of feels like to me, either your soulmate is working, not your soulmate, well, your current partner is your soulmate, but maybe they are working with you to help bring this about, or they're just emotionally supporting you as you achieve this goal. So I do feel like this is a more work-oriented month for you. But I feel like everything is going so well in your romantic partnership. It's okay for you to take a step back from your romantic partnership long enough for you to achieve this goal. And you are destined to have success. And I feel like your soulmate, your current partner, is going to be cheering you on and celebrating your success and just being truly supportive of you as you achieve these goals. Let's see if we can get any more information here with your love life in the month of November 2022. Pile 3's love life in the month of November 2022. I am feeling this one. Some of you, like maybe you really are wanting to get pregnant. Others of you, you know, remember how I said you could be calling in your soul family? The double fours also makes me think of stability, so getting more financial security and stability. Pile 3, we have effort. Yeah, like what you're putting your intentions towards will grow. The 9 of Pentacles has come out a lot in these readings, so I think this is a collective energy, but what you're putting your intentions towards will grow. So I think for a lot of you, you're more focused on career than you are romance. And with this chemistry card, it feels like you're trying to concoct like your perfect life, you know, like I feel like you have this dream vision, and so you're like trying to figure out how to balance it all out. So I think if anything in the month of November, you're trying to figure out how to take on more without losing what you already have. So like if you're putting more intention and effort towards your career or your financial stability or a creative project or like these new friendships that are coming in, but you don't want to, you know, neglect your romantic partnership, I feel like you're figuring out the exact right formula for your life and how much energy and attention you need to give to each area. So like improving time management, I feel like is also important, as well as restructuring your priorities and understanding that it's okay for your priorities to change. You know, there are going to be some months where you put more effort into your romantic partnership, and some months where you give more to family, some months where you give more to friendships, and some months where you give more to your career, and then other months where you give to yourself. So it's okay for your priorities to adjust and shift. And given the fact that you have such a supportive partner, I don't think that they're gonna mind. Yeah, you're growing your garden. There was another group that I swear had these same messages with the Nine of Pentacles, this lush, abundant garden, and then the garden card came out again. So yes, I feel like this is what you want. Like, you want to be relaxing on a hill, looking around at all of your abundance. Like, I feel like for a lot of you, there's a lot of upgrades that you want to make in your home. There's a lot of upgrades that you want to make in terms of even like your wardrobe is coming through. Like, I feel like you just want to up level multiple areas of your life. And so yeah, like, you want to work hard so that eventually you can lay back and relax in the beauty of your own garden. And I feel like you're starting to come to understand how very capable you are of achieving your dreams, and you're connecting with your inner peace here. You are understanding that you are enough, and you've always been enough, and you can achieve everything you want to. And part of that understanding could come from that emotional support and encouragement that you get from your true love, your soulmate, your current partner. So yeah, trust that what you put effort and intention towards will grow in the month of November, and you are good enough to achieve everything you want to do. This answer the call makes me feel like answering your soul's calling. You know, I feel like this is a month where you are aligning with your soul's purpose, to be honest. Because I feel like, here's the thing, like, your romantic partnership is so stable and secure that you can give energy and attention to other areas of your life without having to worry about it. Yeah, spellbound. Like, I feel like there's something in your life that you are manifesting and that you are bringing into your reality. And Spirit is kind of saying, like, I know this is supposed to be a love reading, but it feels like in November, your love connection is so solid that you can give, like I said, more attention to other areas of your life. And it feels like there's something that you've been wanting so badly. There's something you've been wanting to manifest. And Spirit is saying, like, we're going to bless you with this, but are you ready for this level of success, right? Because success can come with naysayers, critics. Success can come with pressure to maintain it. Success can trigger insecurities and imposter syndrome. So Spirit is just wanting to say, like, are you ready for this? And I feel like you will be saying, yes, I am ready for this, because you have such a supportive partner. Business affair. Yeah, like, you really are more focused on your career and finances in the month of November. 100%. Like, you're definitely trying to do something that is a bit risky. And then we have travel too. So you may be traveling away from your partner. And if you were having any fears about traveling for work or going on a girl's trip or a guy's trip or something like that, don't worry about it. Like, you can trust your partner. There's no concern here from Spirit that, you know, anything shady is gonna happen while you're gone. Like, you can feel very secure in your current partnership. Okay, pile 3, those of you who are happy or at least content in your current partnership. What do we need to know about your love life in November? Pile 3. Yeah, glow up. Like, you are really you are really working on your self-development, your self-improvement. Like, you can be changing up your wardrobe, having a glow up in your career, in your professional life. Physical fitness goals look good for the month of November. Say yes. Like, say yes to opportunities that are coming your way. And don't let self-doubt hold you back, you know? I feel like your partner is going to be giving you a lot of pep talks, you know? I really feel like they're going to be your biggest fan, your biggest cheerleader, your biggest supporter in the month of November with what you're wanting to accomplish, because it really feels like this is a month for up-leveling in your life. We have distance. You could be traveling away from your partner for work. You could also already be at a long distance from your partner, and so that's why it is so important for you guys to keep communication open. You could also be moving, you know, to be with your partner in the month of November. So just take whatever resonates, of course. We have growth, self-help, and personal development. Yeah, like it's a month for you to grow. Bottom of the deck, we have finances, focus on career and money. Yeah, like that's just where your intentions are going towards in the month of November. Okay, this is going to be the last oracle deck that we use here. Pile 3, month of November. Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. I feel like Spirit is just saying, like, when you are with your partner, be fully present. Don't be distracted. Don't be checking your phone, work emails, that kind of thing. Like, enjoy the moment. Stop and smell the roses in the midst of all this hard work. You know, express your love. Let your romantic partner know how much you appreciate their support, you value their support. Have those heart-to-heart conversations. You know, just tell them, like, you know, this month I'm going to be really busy on these goals, and you know, I really need your support, and you know, I hope that it's okay that we're not spending as much time together, or I don't have, you know, as much time for the connection as I typically do. You know, it's nothing personal to you. I love you, but you know, I really just want to accomplish these goals, and your partner is 100% going to be supportive. Okay, so let's end your reading with this Spirit Cat message. We have bliss. Meet Camellia. She is in full bloom, radiating delight. When something challenging happens, we often ask ourselves, what can we learn from this? Camellia is here to remind us not to overlook the possibility that some of life's most poignant lessons come from moments of ecstatic bliss. What makes your body, mind, and soul ring with joy? How can you connect the golden thread of meaning and let it weave its way through your life? This is an invitation to embrace all that is marvelous in your life. Let bliss overcome you as you bask in the limitless love of a million sunrises. Yeah, I feel like we're no longer learning from failure in this group. We're learning from success. So success is finding you in the month of November, pile 3. And just trust, and always trust too, that golden thread reminds me of the Invisible String song by Taylor Swift. You know, you can move away from your soulmate, like, energetically. You know, like, you can put more effort into your work and your career in the month of November and still trust that you're connected to that person, and they're always going to be there for you, and they're not going to resent you just because for the month of November you're putting more into your work and career and self-development. You know, like, they're not going to put you in a cage and try to lock you down and that kind of thing. They're going to be supportive. And you know, when the time comes, you'll do the exact same thing for them as well. So pile 3, this was your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it brought you all the messages that you needed to hear. If you like the format of this reading, let me know down in the comments section, and I will make sure that I do the December love prediction in the same way. Please consider liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing, hitting the notification bell so you always know when I upload. The easiest way to support the channel is to watch the ads. I would like to say a huge thank you to everyone who has been supporting the channel thus far. It really does help me out a lot. And yeah, wishing you all the very best, and I will see you all in my next one. Take care, pile 3.